Amber, but not in the way everyone knows it. We're different characters, except for Matt. So, sorry, we're different characters, we're different people. We're experimenting, which I'll get to in a moment. So yeah, hi. Hope everyone's doing all right. Should I just start, or
As
is the
opposed
stream
to
up
what?
and good?
I mean,
No,
we're already
as opposed to
only
waiting
45
for the
minutes.
stream.
I thought
Right,
we'd already
okay.
started, so
Yeah.
we're in.
Right, okay. Serious face. Hello. Where we last left off, in Amber, two of you went on a little mission. So Mazzy decided he was going to go on a mission too. Well, he didn't really. Basically, over the year that things have been happening, like I've told you all multiple times now, the orcs of the north have, the orcs and goblins and everything of the north have gone from fighting each other in these little war tribes to banding together and attacking the south. They had planned this large battle. They'd planned this large push south, of which the army of Amber was told to go up and meet them to stop them from doing so. They sent around like 2 regiments. They thought, yeah, two regiments of the army against the shambles of orcs and goblins and whatnot. That'll be fine. This is a couple of months into the year away, and everyone's been doing their thing. Glyndon and Oramus met up in the capital to do some dirty business. And Mazzy and Daviak went back to Whittlewood Manor to start off.
That really implies something else, Ben.
It really does, but whatever. What happens in the library stays in the library. Anyway.
Near-death experiences. Carry
on. So Daviak and Mazzy head back to Whittlewood Manor, as Matt told me, and stayed there for a little while. However, they both received a letter in the post, basically saying that there is a war.
Raven.
There is a war. There's a war coming. You're both required to come help, or at least like we need your help. They both accepted and headed up north to meet at Northgard with a large with the regiments that were there. The captain of the guard and the war general, as it were, the war general of the sort of war council that Amber's got, General Harkston, basically said, look, we're going to do a massive, we're going to lead this huge battle. We need you guys, we need you two to lead a small unit to head around the battle, around the mountains that are east. If you can kind of look at the map, and you can probably see it, so, you can see that there are some mountains sort of in the northeastern area, which you will basically go through and just cause hell for the orcs. While they're away from home, while they're attacking us, remind them why they shouldn't do it again. Raise their towns, raise their camps, do whatever the fuck you can do. So, you're also given a group of people, and I'll let you guys just introduce your new characters. So first up is a man with a much different armor than people are used to in Amber, sporting a katana and a huge sword, I'm assuming. I don't really know. And a interesting sort of a black mask. Take it away, Samuel. Or should I say Giri?
Yes, hello, I'm Giri, and I will do whatever my duty is.
Nice. Simple, to the point. I like it. Next up is a rather natureful man. Bit of one of them leafy boys. Take it away, Luke.
I am Nevado Stone, a druid of the mountain circle.
Nice. And finally, the circus came to town, and we have a lion.
I mean, where is the lie? I am playing Maximilian Mittens Harry. And
Because of course his name is Mittens.
Yep, I am a big Leonine bard.
Indeedy.
What's your name, JJ? Maximilian.
Maximilian Mittens Harrian.
I'm not writing the mittens. That's a joke. And then, what's your name, Luke?
Nevado Stone.
Stone.
Yeah. So yes,
But you don't know why he's called Mittens.
Mazzy.
Why is he called Mittens?
Oh, we can't do all the character development in one go.
I feel like it's. I feel like that's just obvious, isn't it? He's a lion man.
No, it's because he's got distinctively
Weep
coloured
for yourself,
paws
my
that
man.
look like
Will never
mittens.
be what is in your heart. I see. Well, I'm glad we wasted those 20 seconds on that.
So am I. I'm really
I'm
pleased.
joking.
If we could waste another 20 seconds on it, it would really make me feel good about all the time I spent thinking about it.
Moving on.
Anymore, yeah.
Moving on. You'll head north. You spend the coming
Is
weeks
that it?
heading north,
Very
burning
quick
down camps, having an absolute whale of a time, until you soon receive a letter. It's a letter from the new war general.
Oh dear.
Within the letter, which I meant to type up but I didn't, it essentially states that the battle was an absolute shambles. The Orcish army is overpowered as hell. They completely misunderstood them. It would take the entire army of Ambyr to take out such a large force. They decimated the 2 regiments, and the current war general was taken captive. This isn't as quick as just sending a couple of regiments up there and taking things out. This is war. Ambyr is officially at war with the war tribe of the north. Your mission is to find out where they took the war general. So your mission is to find out where they took the war general, grab him, and bring him home. And then when you're home, you'll be given further instructions. It's no longer a case of you guys can go up north and do all this and that. It's a case of you're needed for the battles to come. Northgard is considered hostile territory. It's been captured, or in the process of being captured. People are being evacuated. So yeah, and that's pretty much what the letter says. You guys need to grab the war general and bring him home. You've been searching for about a week, maybe 2, and you found limited information as to where he might be. However, you have come upon a small goblin camp, which may have the information you require. And we'll take it away. You guys are down south. Can I just check for a second that you guys can move your character tokens?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Great, because usually whenever I
Ah.
put things on, they never work. Oh my Jesus Christ!
I flee.
Oh, we
So-
look cool.
You do look cool. This is a bit of a Suicide Squad moment.
I really hope
There's
not.
Yeah, please no suicide.
I mean, they end up well. Anyway,
I mean, most of them did.
there is
A couple of them died.
there is a camp of goblins and hobgoblins just ahead of you. You might think that they have the information you require. What do you want to do?
Well, I've cast Pass Without Trace.
Luke's getting
A veil of
straight into
shadows
new
and silence
spells.
radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection. For the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has a +10 bonus to dexterity stealth checks, and can't be tracked except by magical means. The creature that receives the bonus leaves behind no tracks or other traces of its passage. Awesome. So you can all add 10 to whatever stealth check you make. Just be aware, if they see you, I mean, if you're right within their vision with no cover around you, doesn't matter what stealth check you get, you're seen. But there is a lot of cover around.
That's really good, Luke. Where was that other library? Next time we get Dolus on the phone, maybe get some better offers.
Yeah. Another word.
I won't drop you into initiative just yet. So, Oramis, that you've
Sorry?
just
Who?
Not Oramus. Navarro. It says Oramus when you type stuff. It's very confusing.
Nevado. Okay, Ben.
Nevado. I'm going to call you Nevado. I don't care.
Okay,
How
whatever.
are you spelling that?
Nevado.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Nevado, that works. But yeah.
So,
Nevada
Nevada-
names then. So
Oh yeah, you
Roll
can
some
change your
dice
names,
as
but it doesn't. You know who I'm talking about, and I'll try and get the names right from now on. But yes. So Nevado has cast Pass Without a Trace. Make sure to take that off your character sheet. That you lost a spell slot there.
So do we
you'll
want
get
to
plus
try and
10
surround
to
them?
stealth checks.
Do you want to try
Yeah.
and get right around them?
Yeah, we might as well get up to them.
Okay.
Get up.
I mean, I can go around the back with someone else.
Okay.
If we
If
split
you
off-
do
guys,
we want any sort of distraction?
Well, are we just what are we trying to do here? Are we trying to speak to them? Are we trying to get them right and interrogate them, or are we
You
just going
guys
to
go
kill them?
around, and I will walk in and try and just get them focused on me as a distraction.
Are you going to pretend to be a little pussycat?
What are we trying
Okay.
to do? Are we just trying to kill them, or are we?
We want information. No, we want info.
Yeah, I figure we sneak up to them. Maybe. Yeah, maybe boot the little boys.
okay. If I could just have you guys roll initiative for me, real quick, and could everyone roll a stealth check as they've sort of moved around? I'll roll one for Davyak as well. He's going to move around here. Remember, you get like a +10 because he's done Pass Without a Trace. So, unless anyone rolls very, very badly.
So I have a plus.
Yeah, damn, that
10
would have been
to
really,
this.
really good in the library.
So this,
Yeah, it
this
would have
means I have with that +10, I have a +19 to stealth.
Wow.
Each creature.
So that's a 28 on stealth.
Is a +10.
So you're not seen by anyone.
So I'm just going to assume that
You are not seen by anyone.
they do not see me, and I just appear at their campfire, like hello.
Can you just roar really loudly?
If you're walking up to them, I'd probably say that you wouldn't you wouldn't exactly use stealth for that. Why did you do initiative twice, Mittens? That's bad kitty.
I didn't do initiative twice. I did initiative once.
Oh
and
no,
I did
yes,
stealth.
and then stealth. Yes. You're still at the top of the initiative.
Our
surprisingly.
initiative is seriously
Can we,
bad.
Can we keep the sexual tension down, please, Ben? I know you got a thing for cats.
Mazzy.
Let me just see if I got a spell for this.
Did chatting about cakes remind you to post that, Luke?
Yeah. It was Hattie's sister's birthday today, and I made that. So
It's lovely.
thank you.
I'm just going to roll a quick initiative for Davyak too.
Oh yeah, he's here. He's here.
But Davyak got 13, so he's
I
at the
feel
top
like
of the
Damian
round.
might be the strong silent one in the Callahan brothers now.
Hey,
I mean, are you going to be silent?
um,
Yeah. I mean,
depends on the context.
yeah, I mean, it would kind of kill the game a bit if you didn't speak.
Mm.
True.
I'm not stopping you if you want to.
Out of interest,
Out of interest,
do these count as humanoid characters? They're orcs.
yes.
Cool. Cool. Okay. Good night.
I'm worried, but okay. So, Mittens,
Yes.
you walk up to the camp.
I love it.
Immediately in front of you, you see a hobgoblin and a small goblin tending to a fire. They've got what looks like a hair, just on like a stick over this sort of dulling fire. It's mid-afternoon, so it's quite bright light coming down. The goblins are sort of like clapping and yipping at the thought of food, whereas the hobgoblins are just like, ugh, shut up, shut up, shut up. And eventually they see you, and as soon as they see you, every single one of them just pulls out their swords. Stop! Who goes there? What are you doing here, Lion Man? Says the rather large hobgoblin.
I'm just gonna be like, whoa, I'm just a traveling musician, and pull out
Excuse me.
my lute.
Oh,
Traveling musician.
I'm also going to give you a nice little sort of strum, and I'm going to cast Minor Illusion to make a 5-foot version of myself walk out from behind a tent as well.
A 5-foot version of yourself walk out from
Minor
behind a
Illusion
tent.
can
Okay.
make things up to 5 feet, so it can't
Yeah.
make the
Okay.
full 6.5, 7 foot line
Which
there.
tent? Like which sort of
I'm
tent?
gonna do it like behind this one, so it's gonna like come out and sort of just stand here.
Okay, so like a fake version of you, just like
just
walks up
sort of
behind. All of a sudden, the goblins and the hobgoblin kind of look around like, oh, more dinner. Like raising their sort of swords. Like, we like lion.
Why are they all
looking
gone?
really looking very, very hungrily towards you.
can we intervene? Or can we see this happening and go, this hasn't worked quite as planned? You got
if
something?
you
Druid?
I've got a lot, mate.
Okay. I'll tell you what, we'll go with a... I mean, are you guys going to intervene now? Are you going to wait? What's going on? JJ's talking to this guy.
We'll wait off a bit, see what happens.
JJ's about to be dinner. So...
I mean, are you going to be dinner straight away?
Takes a while to cook a lion.
True.
So, are we in initiative, yeah?
I would say you're probably now in initiative, yes.
Cool.
So who's going first?
You're in initiative from that's why I'm asking. Do you guys want to like start doing something? Because that would initiate initiative. Otherwise, JJ can just keep talking to the. Okay, so we're going to go with Daviak first, and Daviak's going to take a shot at the. Probably the only one
Daviak's got no chill.
Is this guy here? It's a surprise. It's a surprise round of combat, so you guys will get your round of combat, and then I'll roll the initiative for the goblins and hobgoblins and stuff. So first up, Daviak rolled a nat 1 on a roll to hit, and a 4 on a roll to hit. So Daviak missed.
Oh, this has been a good
on
start.
a fucking goblin. Good job, Daviak. Next up, we have Mittens.
He's warming up. He's warming up.
Next up, Mittens. You've seen these 2 arrows fly like just straight past you. One probably going like into the tent in here, and another one just flying way back into the trees behind you. Clearly, combat has started. What would you like to do?
I will step up here, so they are all within 10 feet of me, and use my daunting roar.
Your daunting roar. Okay, what's the DC for that?
They have a wisdom saving throw of... What's my proficiency mod? It's 3, 8, 11... 14.
Oh, 14. Excellent. Let me just get the stats out. What's your wisdom is -1, and your wisdom is 0. Excellent. He fails, he passes, and he passes. So it's like basically casting it's basically like casting fear, right?
One of them
like they're afraid of you and they have to run away. Okay, so this one here, you shout this daunting roar and he fucks off. He's immediately, I'll say as a reaction to this, he sort of moves like half his movement away from you. So 5, 10, 15.
I'm not sure
he runs off to like there.
Away from me. I just don't think they can move closer to me.
No, but if you think a lion man has just roared at you and some people have been firing shit from the thing, he's probably going to run.
I also think he has disadvantage.
Is that everything, Mittens?
Yes.
He does.
A frightened creature has
because he is frightened.
checks and attack rolls. as long as the source of spirits lines up. Can't. Yeah, they don't have to move away from me. They just can't willingly move closer.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. We go. Is that everything?
That is
Mittens. Excellent. Mazzy, you're up. Goblin,
Right, well, I'm going to
this is your time to shine.
make sure Hunter's Mark is on the big guy in the middle.
Big guy in the middle. All right.
I'm going to...
So we are killing everything.
Get out the longbow. All right.
Jeez.
To be fair, there are more tents than
hits.
there are
Roll
people
damage.
here.
Excellent. Seven damage. Your longbow shot pierces into the back of this
And Hunter's Mark. But, yeah.
hobgoblin plus hunter's mark. Your hobgoblin. Your arrow fires straight into the back of this hobgoblin, catching him just between like the plates of like chainmail, and he just drops.
Oh, great. Okay, I thought he had more health.
He
than
drops.
that. There we are.
He's gone.
Can we express non-lethal intent?
If you want to, yeah, I will allow.
Oh, why the hobgoblin?
I mean, I didn't think I was going to kill him.
He's in
I
charge.
really didn't.
I know all the stuff.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to interrogate him, but I didn't expect him to die so easily.
I will this once say, if you wanted to say that was non-lethal, you can.
Yeah, I'll go non-lethal, please.
Okay, yeah, he's okay. Yeah, just
Sorry.
he's knocked out. It's more of like a shot to his sort of spine, so he can't get up and walk. And the sort of shock of all that.
Non-lethal.
Again.
It's going to paralyze him.
Should we just say a shot in his leg?
Well,
which means
okay,
he just absolute
yeah,
pain.
yeah,
Okay, good.
yeah. He's dropped down to the floor in a lot of pain. Any movement, Mazzy? Any movement?
I do have my second shot. As
You
well.
do. Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to move a bit closer to get around the tent. Move Hunter's Mark onto this guy, and hopefully just destroy the entire party in one go.
One foul sweep.
Oh my god!
That's a roll and a half.
Do I need to roll Hunter's Mark?
It's nice that
Yes,
some
you
things
do.
never change.
Yeah, Gobbo's dead too.
Well, sorry, that was a lovely start.
There's a reason it's Mazzy's one shot.
I've got to assert my dominance to all you new people.
We are but ants in your presence.
You boys are new around here, so I'm just gonna square some shit out. Yeah, so that is a second goblin down. Is that everything, Mazzy?
That's everything.
Cool. Nevado.
Can I cast Charm Person on the... Well, he's unconscious, so maybe not on the hobgoblin.
If you restored hit points to him, he would. Otherwise, you have to wait a couple of hours for him to wake up.
Right, okay. Can I go up and do Cure Wounds on the hobgoblin?
Is that a valuable?
No,
You're
listen,
losing that. You're losing it for later on, and you're doing that.
No, I'm not, because
Before we go.
with a short rest, I can recover half of my my level.
With a short rest, you can restore something.
You can regain magic energy by sitting medication. During a short rest, you choose expended spell slots to cover. The spell slots can have a combined level that is equal to or less than half your druid level.
Oh wow!
If we have a short rest,
So
you
basically,
can
you
do
get
it.
3 spell slots back.
Well, you might as well
So,
do that then.
So yeah, okay.
All right.
Roll Cure Wounds.
Cool. We'll interrogate him and just eat his. What was it? A hare? We'll sit around and enjoy his meal while
Yeah.
Nevado regains
So-
physical energies.
Kill wounds.
Fucking hell.
He is back to full HP.
He must think we're total
Suddenly, the arrow
staging.
that went into his leg. Suddenly, the arrow in his leg. didn't
Am I a
really hurt
joke
him
to you?
anymore.
I love to think because we've been
Must be
traveling
thinking,
for a
what
long
are
time.
these people doing?
Nevado and Mazzy have this sort of rivalry going, and Nevado's just like looks over and is like, "You see this kill? I'm going to undo it, bitch." Back the fuck.
So,
Uno reverse card right there.
so
You see this? This one's no longer
one thing I
yours.
didn't think about.
Yes.
Well, that's one action, so
Now
I
you're going
can't
to have your attempt at
immediately-
killing him.
I can't immediately do
Attack.
charm person. So no one attack. Maybe just kill the other goblin.
The one that's running away.
Yeah,
I got him. It's alright.
no mercy.
All right.
I mean, you
That's
just brought
everything.
one guy back to life, but you're like, no mercy to the other one.
If that's everything, Nevado, then Giri, you're up.
Everything.
Bum bum. We'll try the first of my great sword attacks. That's a hit.
Hits. Roll the damage.
Shit.
13. That is nearly double what you would need to kill this guy.
Anyone want goblin zucchini?
What was the gift you sent, Ben?
Pardon? I was proud of that guy.
It was very good.
Is that everything, Giri? Did you want to do anything else? You've sliced and diced this goblin up.
Yeah, there's nothing else to kill, is there?
Cool.
And you can put the other goblins or
That's a bit. What, the one that thing's got back up? Now, I'll just go up here and then like sort of just threaten him. Just say, we want some answers. We're here for answers.
Roll me intimidation.
Oh, okay. We want some answers.
Okay.
Decent.
Can I try and
You'd look-
help? I don't know.
I would have said you would have had to do that before the roll,
Fair enough.
but yeah. But a 15 is still pretty good. You come up behind him. Tom, you want some answers? He sort of like turns back. He's tried to scramble for his sword, but he now he's on his knees looking up at the two of you. Mazzy's over there. The Mittens is over there, and maybe in the distance you can see Davyak sort of in the trees. And then he looks over towards one of the tents. He smiles very, very briefly. And if that is everything, Giri, it's going to be the goblin's turn now.
Yeah, that's right.
If that is everything.
Didn't know this was that easy.
Suddenly emerging from the tents, either
Killed this
side.
guy.
Either
Did kill
side.
this guy.
First of all, either side of Mazzy. Two more goblins just wake up just get pulling out little swords and daggers ready to attack. And out of the other another tent over here, you just hear this thud, and then some scrambling up, and they're just what is this? What? And then you see this orc who's literally 9 to 10 feet tall emerge from the thing. He wears this hide armor. He's quite he's brutally buff. He looks at the lot of you, this massive great axe in one hand. He goes, "Aah!" just screams at the top of his lungs, and immediately he looks towards you, Mr. Mittens. The goblins will get attacks on Mazzy real quick because advantage.
I bet you
So
will
they
happy you
flanking-
stood there.
Yeah, flanking, so they get advantage. So that's 12 plus 2. That's 14. I hit Mazzy.
I have AC of 14. So does that hit
Then
or
it
not? I
hits.
can't remember. Yeah, okay.
2 plus 2 is
I thought I should have used healing word, not cure wounds, because that's a bonus action.
Yes.
Live and you learn. Live and you
Yeah,
learn.
I bet you feel so great now, don't you?
Novato.
Yeah, not used to having spells, to be honest.
Mazzy, can you take 11 damage as these goblins slice and dice right at you as they emerge from their tents? One of them emerges with like this small little dagger just cutting at your leg, and another one emerges with a small little hand axe as well, just like hacking into you.
I'm just trying to remember my character because it's been a while. I only get an attack. No, it's if they're creatures bigger than me. Obviously not.
Bigger than you.
Yeah. Sorry, that's fine. Carry on.
Next up, this big orcish dude. He walks up to you, and he will get 2 attacks on you, Mittens.
Yeah.
Meow.
That is a 16 plus 3. That's 19.
Meow.
That is a 12 plus 3. 15. 15 doesn't hit, does it?
They both hit.
They both hit? Awesome. What's my D?
Ben revealing his personal feelings about JJ's character. They hit. Awesome.
12,
Brilliant.
I'm just not used to being able to hit dark, so.
12 plus 4. 16. 16 plus 7. Could you take 23 damage from me, please?
Oh my lord.
Alright,
Can I just point out, if we hadn't brought that guy back to life, would all these people still be in the tent?
I mean,
They would still be in the tent, and they would have still heard.
Thank you, Luke. Just
They'd have still come out.
Yeah,
No,
they would have still come out. Obviously,
Okay,
I
fair.
mean, JJ freaking roared.
Oh yeah,
It's not,
sorry.
let's
I
not
love the
forget
idea
about
that Luke reviving this guy put people in these tents.
No, it's in they were still asleep, and he made the command for them to come
This
out.
guy was in 10 feet of
That's
me
what I was
when
thinking.
roared,
But
then.
no, yeah, obviously JJ ruled.
He passed the save.
Damn.
Pass the save.
And then, as you watch this orc, suddenly, and like he smashes you with these 2 attacks, suddenly he begins to just become even more enraged than he already was. You can see his eyes turn green. The whites of his eyes begin to go green. His pupils dilate. Blood vessels bulging all of a sudden out of his arms. And he will get 2 more attacks on you with the Fury of Grunch. Reckless attacks. Reckless attacks basically means that he gets advantage on the attack rolls. However, all of you will get advantage on any attack rolls against him until the end of your turn.
So, but basically, Mittens might die, but he's not making it out of the next turn.
That doesn't work. Luckily for you, only one of them hits.
Oh, only one, that's fine.
Can you take an extra 10 damage from me, please?
Yeah, that's cool.
An extra 10.
I mean, I'm not in trouble.
Dead yet?
Yeah, and with the rest of his movement, he's going to go just over here. Not leaving the combat zone, but just getting a bit of a thing around. We'll go back to Daviak. What would you like to do?
Hello, Daviak.
Daviak.
Who's rolling Daviak? Is it me?
Yes. Oh no. Fuck. Yeah.
Ben, I
Daviak.
thought you were Daviak.
Yeah, exactly. That's what.
I am Daviak.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay. This got very confusing very, very quickly.
Yeah.
He's going to move 5, 10. So I saw the 2 same things, and I got very confused. 10, 15, 20, 25. No, he's not going to do that. He's just going to run up right behind him, and he's going to get attacks. That is a natural 20.
My hero.
That is 4 plus 3 is that. 7 plus 5. That is 11 damage off of the orc. As you kind of see him come up, he holds this like quite ornate long sword. Come up and just slashes at this thing's back. It howls in pain, but it is fine. And he gets another attack. 12 plus 4. That does hit. 1 plus 4, and an extra 5. He comes up. He sort of retracts from that one and thrusts at the guy's back again. Once again, dealing a lot of damage. Blood begins to, like, sort of drip from this thing's back. It's still looking pretty good, but it's fucking pissed. Is a pretty good way of putting it. Mittens, go.
Is this guy wearing any armor?
He is. He's wearing like hide armor.
I would like to cast Animating Performance on his armor.
On his armor, okay.
Yes. As an action, you can target a large or small creature, a large or small non-magical item that you can see within 30 feet if you animate it. The animated uses the dancing item stat block. The item is friendly to you and your companions, obeys your command. It lives for 1 hour until it is reduced to 0 hit points, or until you die. It shares your initiative count and takes its turn immediately after you. It can move on its own and use its own reactions, but it only actually takes a dodged action unless you take a bonus action on your turn to command it to take another action. Blah 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 blah. I can also use Bardic Inspiration
Okay.
at the same time as I use my bonus action to command that, if I choose.
Okay. It's a magical item. No, non-magical item.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does armor count as one item? I'm assuming it does, but obviously there's different parts to it. But
Yeah.
because it's kind of funny, I'll let you do it anyway. Go ahead.
So
What would you like to do with
I guess I've
this
still got my
new
looks
magical?
in my hands, so I'm going to play a little ditty on that, and his armor is going to come alive. And I will use my turn. I will shout at Mazzy, "You've got this!" Also, I need some help, and try to inspire Mazzy. So give him a
Wow.
I'm going to deal
That
with
is
two things.
inspirational.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I will
inspire him to
be inspired.
save the pretty lion man. But also use my bonus action to make an attack against the guy, against the orc barbarian, I guess.
Okie dokie. Do the rollings to hit.
Yeah, I'm just trying to work that out. It's a melee weapon attack. Your spell modifier to hit, your spell attack modifier to hit.
So he's hitting himself, basically.
Yes.
He's like whacking himself in the face with his
So
like
what's
wrist
that?
brace.
Is that a
Like,
that's a D20 plus my
I like
spellcasting mod?
yes, I would assume so.
So that is a D20 plus 3. Damn it.
He misses himself. He goes the. I can't imagine like you bring the armor alive, but he can obviously still move and stuff within the armor. So he sort of like holds it back and sort of manages to push his sort of arm away. He's like, what's going on? It's like screaming and growling, further enraged by you bringing his lovely armor to life. Is that everything on your turn?
It gets movement, I think. So, would it be a bonus action to make it move as well, or is that?
I don't know. You tell me.
I'm still trying to. In combat shares initiative count takes immediate turn after yours.
If the
It can move and use its own reactions. So it can move on its own. So I'm going to make it walk away from me.
okie dokie, where would you like it to walk? Up, down, left, or right, basically.
Let's make it go left as far as it can.
Left as far as it can. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Daviak and you will get attacks of opportunity as it's walking away.
That's cheeky.
Right.
So roll me an attack of opportunity. It's an attack of opportunity with a melee thing, not with that. I don't think you can use that as a reaction, but Daviak's just going to roll. He rolled a 6. Longsword 22, that hits. Roll damage. Sweet as chips.
So are you longswording and looting?
Well, I guess I was looting. And as
He's
I saw
playing
him
the lute
move,
with his long
the
sword
hand
like a
on the
violin.
strings has just gone to the sword belt. Hosha! As he like exits the ring. Oh, the
The
open
strings of the
Playing
lute still attack.
I like it. I like it.
And you've stowed the lute.
Anything else, Mittens?
No, I believe that's quite
Nope.
a conclusive turn. Actually, wait, I've got
Excellent.
movement, haven't I? So
Mazzy.
why don't I just move up?
Yes, you have movement. Yes.
I'm going to move behind the tent. So I'm out of line of
Behind the
sight.
tent. X.
He's a scared kitty cat.
He is.
Excellent.
I've gone from 40 to 7 HP.
I have healing
Oh my
word as a
God,
bonus
what?
action.
Yeah, Ben,
Oh,
that's
okay.
how much damage you did today.
Uh,
You did 33 damage.
oh. Well, that's fun.
Damn.
Mazzy, it's your go.
Right, well, I'm going to try and deal with both of these things in one go. So let's start with the guy on my right. Put Hunter's Mark on him.
Bonus action.
Dual sword attack.
Definitely hits. What the fuck is with your hits, man?
I don't know. He is dead. Oh, maybe not. Is he dead?
Oh yeah, he's dead. Yeah, he
Right.
he
Right in the
he's on
butt.
the
With my second attack, I'll go for the other guy.
ground.
Get out.
I don't even need to do the Hunter's Mark because I forgot to move it on anyway.
Yeah, he's also dead. Why are you
So
doing
those two
this?
things got a bit annoying. So I went, and then he's
You
dead.
just helicoptered your blade and just like.
I just jump round in a circle.
You just got blended goblin. You have also got a
Okay.
Right,
inspiration.
what are you doing? You checking my things, Ben?
I am checking your things. So I was wondering why you did +7, but it's because your strength is +4 and your proficiency is +3. That makes sense. Anything else? Mazzy.
I don't really need to do anything else, so no.
Awesome.
Alright.
Now it is the
It's,
turn of the
being in
hobgoblin
charge
in
of
the
a
middle.
squad has gone to your head, Mazzy.
It is now the
But to
turn
be
of the
fair, isn't it
hobgoblin in the
actually-
middle.
Isn't Daviak actually in charge?
Daviak
Isn't that what we agreed?
Daviak is
Yeah.
technically in charge, yes. But
So,
obviously,
Second in command.
I
here.
can command you
Yeah.
guys to do. You know, I can't command you what to do. If you want to listen to him, fine. If you don't, well, he's going to be mad at you.
Let's be
but
real.
Whatever.
I never listened to him, so it's fine.
Excellent. Hobgoblin in the middle. Gonna have a swing at Navarro.
I mean,
Whatever
for bringing him
what
back
is-
to life,
Whatever his name
this
is.
is what you get.
Ungrateful.
Ungrateful, but
I mean,
pissed off.
I killed him.
is
It's up to you.
I think it's the way to put it. What's a hobgoblin's strength? Does a 14 hit Navarro?
No.
No. Never mind.
An
He misses.
AC of 15.
Never mind. Then he misses, and because he knows he's going to get hit if he moves, he's going to stay exactly where the fuck he is. Actually, he's going to move. Can you put yourself in the goddamn grid? Going to move here because then he won't get attacked, and that'll be his turn. We move next to Nevado.
Just a word to the group. Does anyone think there's going to be more?
Of these people.
Yeah.
You can make a perception check to see if there's going to be any, if you can sense any more around you, or you can ask the guy who can sense things within a mile radius.
I mean, there's 6
Who's that?
things and
No,
6
it's like 30-mile radius or some shit like that. No, 6-mile radius. Cough, cough. The guy who's got favored thing of orcs and goblins.
Oh, is that me?
Mazzy! Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Mazzy.
You can expend a spell slot. To
That-
see
that
how many
worked an
orcs or
absolute
goblins,
treat.
Are around you at
walked
any
into the
given
camp.
time.
Right, sorry, say that again, Ben. I didn't hear.
You can expend a spell slot to see how many orcs or goblins or whatever of your favorite thing are around you at any given time.
Okay, fair enough.
Primal awareness, beginning at 3rd level, you can use your action to expend 1 ranger spell slot to focus your awareness on the region around you for 1 minute per level. The spell slot you expend, you can sense whether the following types of creatures are present within 1 mile of you.
Well, I had no idea I had that, but okay.
If you're
thank
on favored terrain.
you. Do you want me to do that, party?
Yes.
On your turn, obviously, but
Oh yeah.
Get in land, bitch.
Well, okay. In that case, I'd like to make a perception check then to see
yeah.
if I know if there's likely to be any more.
As far as you can see, within the surrounding area, you don't know if there's any more. You had a brief scout of the area beforehand. There wasn't any more camps in the area. Whether any have heard all this rabble, you don't know. But as far as you know, there isn't anything around.
Okay, well, in that case, I'd like to use a bonus action, if I can, to cast Healing Word on
the orc.
on the orc.
You could cast Cure Wounds if you want to, because making any checks is a bonus action. But it's up to you.
Oh. No, I say if I can't use Healing Word as a bonus action, then I don't want to do that.
No, you can't use Healing Word as a bonus action.
Cool. Okay. Well, then in that case, I will use Charm.
Oh no! Sorry. Cure Wounds. You can't use Cure Wounds as a bonus action. You can use Healing Word as a bonus action.
Well, I'd like to cast Healing Word on Mittens as a bonus action.
Yes. Roll for the Healing Word.
I'll cast it at level 1. So
Yeah, I'll take it.
You got the 6.
That's decent on Healing Word.
Yeah.
So let me just spend
HP,
spell slot, and then
Was that a bonus action?
Yeah, it's a bonus.
So you've had 2 bonus actions.
No, 1.
One of them would make
did the check and then
as a bonus action.
Yeah, how many bonus
So
actions you
using
get?
healing. So doing healing. This is what I was trying to say. So doing a perception check or any kind of check is a bonus action.
Yeah.
You could have still had your action to cast something better than Healing Word, but you cast Healing Word.
Well.
To be fair, that's a good roll even for Healing Word. So, is that everything? Any movement? Anything?
No, nothing. I'm just going to be useless now.
Cool. Geary.
Do we want to take the bigger guy instead and get rid of the one in front of me? Or are we going to try and
like
kill
he
him?
might know more.
Yeah, I kind of
He did.
control of him.
He looks like the more senior one. Yeah, so we've already got him, so I might as well just take this hobgoblin.
I mean, he's already died once. Let's kill him twice.
Okay, I'll move here then, Ben, to get
Fucking
advantage.
brutal.
Yeah.
Heal him, kill him. Heal him, kill him.
He's died twice. It's horrifying. Yeah, that definitely
Okay.
hits roll damage. Roll the damage.
Right, so it's 2d6, Ben.
It's
That's the roll
2d6.
for greatsword. Yeah. So because I've got great weapon master as a feat or great weapon fighting, if I roll a 1 or a 2 on an attack die, I can re-roll it. But I have to take whatever comes.
Is that a roll 2 hit? That's a roll 2 hit, not a damage roll.
No, I think that's damage rolls. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, damage die, yeah. So I'll roll the other d6 again, and I've got even if it's a 1 again,
roll
I've
the
got
other
to take it.
Yeah.
So that's now 14.
Good. Good. He would have survived that by 1 HP, but he's now dead.
Sorry, wait. Is he dead, Luke?
I've nominated badge, so you can get him off if you want.
Cool.
Mazzy, I'm coming for a high roll on attacks, by the way.
Go for it. We'll have a
Can't wait for the important fight later on.
fight. I don't know.
Fun is the turn. I'm thinking during his turn. I'm basically going to say during his turn he can move separately, so he can move. Then arm moves him on his turn.
Yeah.
And arm on its turn, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So he's going to 5, 10, 15.
It's like running into the wind. You're
1,
trying
2.
to run, but you just can't move.
The exact same thing he did to Jake. So he's going 2 attacks. That's a 2. That's a 4. That's And then he's going to use his bonus action to once again scream out loud, becoming enraged this fury. At 15 plus 3, that definitely hits. And
Ben, is this guy a barbarian?
he has Trick of the Barbarian, yes.
If he is raging, he doesn't have to use a bonus action to rage every turn.
It's not a barbarian feat. It's a like a homebrewed feat
okay.
of the particular type of orc, shall we say?
Okay.
Berserker.
Yeah, like a berserker.
Also, I don't know what happened. But Ben's gone really robotic.
Do you
for
please
me.
take? Have I gone really robotic?
Not for me.
No, not for me.
Oh,
Might be mine.
that might be your internet. Sam, this guy runs up behind you, huge great axe in hand, and just starts like slamming
Wailing.
away at you, literally just wailing at you with these relentless attacks. The first two miss, but then he just suddenly like screams out at the fact that he's missed, becoming even more enraged. You see like over his arms and stuff, his veins begin pumping again, and he just swings these two heavy attacks at you. Could you take from me 34 damage?
34 damage.
He critted with the second one.
Oh my lord.
Wow.
Well, that's a lot.
Jesus.
And it's 1d12, and they're rolling very high on damage apparently.
Who's the
you
healer?
now have an advantage on attacks to hit him.
We're trying to keep him
and
alive.
JJ is controlling him, so I mean, I guess. And with that, we will go back. I mean, all the other orcs are dead, so with that, we'll go back to we'll go to Daviak. Daviak is going to try and come up behind this guy and roll to hit on him. That misses. That hits. Ba, 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 ba. That's 2 plus 3 is 5. That's 32. So Daviak sort of comes up behind him once again, sort of sneaking behind him, cuts like just a line across his back. Again, it like howls out in pain, almost falls to the floor for a second, but uses its staff to like stay back up on his feet, trying to eye up the both of you at the same time. It's looking pretty tired, looking pretty bloody, but it's all right for the minute. Mittens.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to make the armor just lie down. Just make it lie down.
The armor lie down.
Yeah, just make it lie down on the ground. So it's now
Okay.
prone.
Okay. Yeah. As the orc sort of tries, the armor is sort of just like pulling him down, like it's being pulled to the ground. And as he like lands on the ground, even his boots are like constrained, and he's just there like like screaming, head like banging his head against the floor like some freaking like a insane asylum patient, like screaming out, almost like deafening the rest of you around him.
And then
anything else, Mittens?
I'm going to try and incapacitate him non-lethally with my longsword.
Incapacitate him non-lethally.
Which I believe I get advantage because he's prone.
Roll. You do. 21. Roll damage. 9.
9.
Yeah, you hack down at him with this long. You hack down at him with your long sword. He's still sort of up, but he's bleeding quite profusely from everywhere. But he is still like the writhing and stuff has slowed, and he's like having to catch his breath now between the sort of gurgles of blood every now and again. But he is still resisting, as it were. Mazzy.
Right. Well, just to sort of join the party, I'm going to come over and stand here.
I've seen this before online.
Mr. Steal Your Kill, whoa. It's Mr. Steal Your Kill, whoa.
Because we're not trying to kill him, so.
Yeah, so not trying to kill him, but longsword. Ooh.
But kill him.
I mean, that's longbow, but you know.
Is it? Crap, I hit
That
the
is
wrong one.
longbow.
I hit
Roll
the
your
wrong
long
one. I'm sorry.
sword.
I hit the wrong one. Sorry.
Goddamn simpleton.
Forget that. I meant that.
That's better.
Oh
You rolled
yeah.
a 17 and an 18, and that's better.
Wow.
Roll damage. Yeah, he's gone. How do you incapacitate this this?
He's already on the floor, isn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's already on the floor. He's writhing about, screaming.
Right. No, well, let's just say I know. I just stab my sword into his leg and leave it there.
Sweet.
Oh, very non-lethal. Yeah.
Now, Novato, you still have your go if you want to heal him.
Can I just charm him?
Yeah. We'll considering he's sort of down, we'll drop out of initiative. He's like he's lying on the floor. He's knocked out for the minute. Prone. The damage
We can hit each other, right, Ben?
Pardon?
We can hit each other, right, can't we?
I mean, yeah. Yes, you can hit each other.
Okay, it's good to know for later.
So yeah, he's lying on the floor. He's currently unconscious. If you wanted to do anything like rest, he would be awake in a little while.
Let's take a short rest, shall we?
Will definitely take
Need a long rest.
and eating
Okay.
the hair from the campfire.
Excellent.
Fair enough.
Prick.
Would anyone
Excellent.
like some
Take a short
rabbit?
rest.
I'm
How-
immediately,
Can I-
like handing out bits of rabbit?
Love a bit of rabbit. Can I just see? Are there any arrows around this camp? Just
Yeah, you
replace
can.
the four that I fired?
Yeah, you can pick up 3 arrows.
Take that.
Obviously, you have a max of like 20 or 25 or something like that.
Wow.
Whatever. I think it's
I thought
20,
you said-
but
I said 25 because I thought I said I wanted my a bigger.
oh yeah, you wanted
quiver.
a bigger quiver. Yeah. So you can get back 3 from which you shot at a max of 25. Everyone
Yeah.
roll hit dice for short rests.
If you roll,
Unless you want to
hit
get healed by your good friend.
Unless
dice, if you're
I didn't
rolling
take
hit
any
dice,
damage, so
you get an extra 1d6 from me.
oh, nice. I didn't take any damage, so
So we're definitely not taking a long rest, yeah.
I mean, you can take whatever rest you can take whatever rest you like. If you take a long rest, I would ask for a
Well, I think JJ and I
Um,
took
watch.
really big damage, so we might as well. Get back up.
We're going to take a long rest.
Okay.
Then I am going to cast
Yeah, I think we might as well.
Tiny Hut. There
Do
go.
you need to? There are beds right there.
Yes, but Tiny Hut is impenetrable
10
for
foot
8
radius,
hours.
immobile dome. Excellent. Dome of Force springs into existence around and above you and remains stationary for the duration of the spell ends if you leave its area. 9 creatures of medium size or smaller can fit inside the dome with you. The spell fails if its area includes a large creature for more than 9 creatures. Creatures
What
and objects
object
within
is
the dome
number?
you cast the spell can move through it freely. All other creatures and objects are barred from passing through it. Spells and other magical effects extend through the dome. Can't extend through the dome but be cast through it. The atmosphere inside the space is comfortable and dry regardless of the weather outside. Unless the spell ends, you can command the interior to be dimly lit or dark. The dome is opaque from the outside of any color you choose, but it is transparent from the inside. Excellent.
That's all
JJ.
coming there, then.
We have an impenetrable 8-hour protection dome.
It is not
Well,
impenetrable.
Here, JJ.
Or is it? Yes, no, it is impenetrable. And you
Chris.
guys can see through it.
Yeah.
Let's get
All
in.
other creatures and
I would
objects
like
are barred
to-
from passing through. Spells and other magical effects can't extend through the dome or be cast through it. So
I would
In.
like to say that this guy will be up in. I rolled a d4. He'll be up in 3 hours. He'll be like back sort of awake
okay.
with
Are
like
we leaving him outside?
like 0
Just checking.
HP.
No, I would imagine we would bring him inside the dome with us so that he is at our.
Oh, he's sweaty though.
He is sweaty and gross and disgusting. Obviously, there's like flesh and blood and all sorts of terrible orky smells. But he is up after a little while.
get-
Does
benefits
Is
from a long rest?
anyone? Yes. Get benefits from a long rest. It was about like 8 o'clock. No, 8 o'clock. It was about like 12 o'clock midday. So.
The description of the spell says it ends if you leave its area. So is that presumably if I leave its area as the caster? Does that presumably mean we can cast
I'd have thought so.
Yes.
the stinky orc once we're done with him?
Yeah, can do. Obviously, this is it was like the middle of the day. It was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So by the time the dome is done and your long rest is done, it'll be like 9 o'clock in the evening. It'll be pretty dark. Obviously, we can just time skip to the next morning if you wanted to, but a night raid also works. For wherever you're going. And we'll skip to when the orc sort of begins to wake up. You can see him sort of like he wakes up, and you can see like he flutters his eyes open, begins to see you guys, tries to like get enraged and get up, but his body just won't let him. He's so exhausted and scarred and wounded that when he tries, he just and he just like lies back down.
I'm
barely able to move. Charm person. Okay. You attempt to charm a humanoid you see within range. You must make a wisdom saving throw and does so with advantage if you and your companions are fighting it. If it fails the saving throw, it is charmed by you until the spell ends, or you and your companions do anything harmful to it. Charmed creature regards you as friendly acquaintance, and the spell ends. The creature knows it's charmed by you. Excellent. What's the DC?
15.
15. It fails with a 12. The guy is now charmed. He's sort of like lazily looking at you, his eyes barely open. What would you like to ask or say?
What have we come looking for again?
Information on
You're asking him that.
on General Harkstone.
How goes the war?
War is good. With Grumsh's power, we will succeed.
With who? Sorry.
Grumsh, everlasting commander.
Oh, okay.
Is that the new dead, isn't it?
Orcs.
Yeah.
Right. Nice. Yeah. Definitely.
Him.
There's this fella. He's some kind of Ponzi general. Have you seen him?
General. I know see General.
You know, like scummy human. Any idea where he might be?
Human.
Dirty.
If prisoner was taken, they would be in northwest camp, not far from here, half a day northwest, in forest. You will see the tower of Grumsh, almighty Grumsh, commander of the orcs, god of gods, father of rage. And he just starts like going on and on and on about Grumsh after that. It's like leader of the fifth hell, commander of the great army, green skin leader, blah blah blah. Just keeps going on and on and on.
Oh, did you say leader of the fifth hell?
Yes.
Oh, right. Interesting. Nice. Anyone else want to ask our new friend anything?
No,
Toast.
I think he gave us everything in a nice sort of short monologue, so I'm quite happy.
Right. Should we
I'm going to ask
knock him out?
if he wants to hear.
While he's still monologuing, just shut up.
He wants to hear about what?
If he wants to hear a performance.
If he wants to hear a performance.
And then I'm going to
I mean,
some bagpipes. Just be like, anyone for a performance? No.
Can the rest of us all just sort of look at each other, because this is not the first time that Mins has done this?
He's absolutely desperate for an opportunity to play the bagpipes, and is convinced it will be the best performance ever. He hasn't practiced, but he's waiting for the perfect moment, and so he hasn't.
Excellent. Roll me a performance. Roll me a performance check.
So I am technically proficient, so I can roll the proficiency with the instrument, or I can just roll performance.
Roll proficiency with the instrument. 9.
9.
That's
yeah.
pathetic. That's pathetic.
Your music make Orok sad. Your music make Orok bleed from ears.
I'm going to
You
kill him with my
southerners.
claws. Mittens doesn't.
You are going to kill him with your claws.
He doesn't take criticism well. And it's just like,
Excellent. Orc is dead.
I wonder what was going on.
Oh dear lord.
Excellent.
The orc is dead.
I will toss him out my
Slashed by the
door.
claws.
Did you actually kill him for that?
Yeah, because I'm grateful about my performance.
Oh, good. Oh, right. Well, we'll never
Well,
mention it.
clearly we're not going to give you any
Tossed out of the tent.
publicity.
Also, Gary didn't want a...
Tossed out of the tent.
a
You'll
snail
take
in
your
the so-
rest.
Let's smell
Fair
more now.
Should
During the
we?
Did any of you want to take watch, or are you feeling particularly safe inside the hut?
Don't think we need to take watch.
We're getting the hut, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Finish
so
long rest and then go.
Yeah. So you spent 8
Yep.
hours in the hut. The time passes pretty slowly. No one comes to relieve these orcs of their duty. With the sort of like mishapped tent thing up, you can probably tell that they're not. This wasn't a permanent position. They were just here, on traveling. You know where you're going. Good job. So you make your way northwest.
Downtown.
You make your way northwest for about half a day. So a little less than half a day. Takes you a good couple of hours. It is the late hours of the morning. It's about, I don't know, maybe like 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock in the morning. The sky is still a little just brightening. Sun is just about coming up when you come across a war camp. You can smell the horrid smell of the orcs and goblins from this far back, and you can sort of like in the distance see the smoke of fire, and you can also see this huge tower from between the trees. It's a pretty crap tower. It's basically just like scaffolding, climbing high up and high up, and at its peak, it does come to a sort of peak, and there's this sort of metal plate, like large sort of metal plate, like at least like 10 feet by 10 feet, like circular, just standard plate, and within it is this green flame, and it burns brightly and highly about like 60, 70 feet up in the air. And you've finally found the war camp. This is the war camp. You guys know the
good lord.
you know the thing is in there. I'll just put you guys on.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Is anyone home?
Didn't realise this was a kaiju film.
I breathe fire.
Good. Just make you small. And Mazzy, bring you in. Make small. Down the bottom.
Oh yeah, I see it.
We're in the trees. Yeah.
In the trees in the bottom of them. In the bottom of the thing. Let me just grab Davyak's token.
Is this the war camp, aka Mazzy's playground?
A little bit. Yeah,
This is
it should be
lit.
fun.
Did you-
So,
Did you make this map?
I did make this map.
Nice.
I didn't draw the. I didn't draw the trees and stuff,
No, I guessed, but
but I did draw everything else. Didn't take too long. So, you have finally found the war camp. There are a few things that I can tell you right now about the war camp that you absolutely know. So, as you arrive there, you sort of watch for a couple of hours. There are these 2 tall towers upon the war camp. From the cliff that sort of goes up above, the war camp is on this sort of like mound. The hill here and here is obviously like a bit of a hill. But these are sort of cliff faces that are about 20 feet high. The towers here, here, and here are about 10 feet high. You know about how many orcs there are inside. There is a goblin for each tower, and you probably heard them. As like the morning comes and the shifts change, you would hear like an orc shouting at one of the at like each of the goblins. If you see danger, ring bell first, shoot him second. And the goblin's like, you know the guy you're after is in here. You've maybe heard some remarks from people coming in and out of the place along the road. What do you want to do? How do you go about it?
How tall did you say this was? 20 feet?
It's about 20 feet tall.
Is anyone else
Sorry,
able to put the perspective in their head, and it's now the camp is stuck in a hole for them?
Yeah, a little bit.
I know you've described it that way, and I can think about it that way, but my head goes, that's in a hole.
Would about that point be 20 feet high? But then I assume when you get further round the side, it's sort of less 20 feet, because obviously that's the wall.
Yeah, so about
this
like where these rocks are, like here and stuff, and about like where it starts getting a little bit thinner is obviously much less. When you get to that point, just ask and I can tell you about how tall it is. But yeah, it is a sort of a bit of a dip. What'd you like to do?
What?
Okay.
It's all up to you guys. Go about it how you want.
So how many are there? Because you said we should know this.
Have a look.
Oh, well, I assume there might be something under the big black
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
The big black thing. You don't know what's inside there yet.
I'd say there's probably at least 15.
That is the building this sort of scaffolding is on top of. So if you sort of imagine this like basic wooden hut, and the scaffolding has been sort of built on top of its flat roof, climbing high and high, like 50, 60 feet into the air, from on top of this sort of one-story just hut. These little things here are just like boxes. The rocks here are about like 10 feet tall, so they would count as like full cover kind of thing.
I think you need to split into 2 and then have an archer go with each group, and you need to get these goblins out of the watchtowers pretty quick.
Well, in that case,
should we attempt stealth to stop?
Yeah, well, I'll cast Pass Without Sight.
Okay.
Is that what you cast earlier?
That's what I cast earlier. Turns
Okay,
out it wasn't useful then, but it might be now.
Yeah, it was funny. Yeah, it's good. It's good spell check.
Pass Without Trace. Sorry.
Ben, I can't move my character.
You can't move your character. How many of you can't move your character?
I also cannot move my character.
I can't.
Oh no, that's a lie. I can.
Controlled by Mazzy.
I got it written.
Save settings.
Thank you.
JJ, can you move your character?
I cannot, no.
That is because, and I realised this, if I drag your character,
can't move
I have
either.
to say that you have. I have to say that they are your characters that I'm just putting on there, basically, and it's very, very annoying. So like I can't pre-place your characters for you, which is very, very annoying. JJ, can you move your character now?
Yes, I can.
Excellent.
Okay, who's going?
Right, I'm going to go around.
Before
I'm gonna go around this
you
way.
all move,
I'm going to
move.
run all the way back.
Well, like put yourselves anywhere you want to within the trees. Just for the minute, while we go into, if you're doing any of this stealthily, we'll just drop into initiative real quick.
Cool.
Wherever your starting positions are, that's fine. So whoever wants to go where, I'm guessing.
Somebody come with me.
Yeah, who's going with who?
I'd rather not go with Mazzy.
If we send... Well, it doesn't matter. But...
I'll go with Mazzy.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so there's 2 of you there, 3 of you over here.
Where the hell have you guys gone? Can I see
To the
you?
left.
Oh, okay.
It's
Nice one.
quite
So you're using the tree cover.
Well, he said places to go anywhere in the trees. So, yeah. Okay.
Right.
Don't mind if we have like a really quick break before we start.
Yeah.
If I get some water.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay.
Rest of you can do a bit of planning in your heads. And we're back. Yeah, so yeah, obviously you can start there. I think I forgot to mention real quick is that obviously these tall sort of scaffolding things, they're not new to you guys. This is the largest one you've seen to date, but they usually you've seen a couple in some of the camps that you've seen in and around the place.
Do you mean the thing with the green fire at the top?
Yeah, the thing with the green fire at the top. You've seen a couple of these around the place. They don't signify anything as much. You've seen a couple of orcs like bow to them and pray to them. Even a couple of them just like before heading off. You might have, catching an encampment that's just about to leave to go do something. You might have seen a bunch of them like just screaming and yelling at it, almost like a celebratory sort of thing. But that's as far as you can. That's as far as you could sort of make out. You can make a check to, see if you can determine, but it just looks like a green flame sitting at the top of the tower. So yeah, we're in initiative. Mittens, it's your go first.
Have we actually decided how we're going to attack?
Yeah. Why don't you guys have a chat about that first before?
Well, not that I have any ideas. I just think we should
take out these two.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I think just move in.
Just push into
as
them,
we're not really in initiative first, shall we say myself and Daviek try and take out those guards first?
I mean,
could be a bonus attack round, couldn't it?
Take those out and then try and sneak. See if there's a back entrance to this building.
I think it might be good.
Move round to the north. See if we can get in the back door.
If we can take the guards out, maybe one of us, going to try and sort of scout out to see what's actually in there, who's in there, and how many we're expecting to see.
Yeah.
Or we'll go as a good big party and just go.
I think they'll know that we've taken the sentries down after a little while. Because they'll be
it won't be. Yeah. We'd have to move quickly, but yes.
Also, how are we actually going to get into the back here? Because this is up on a cliff, isn't it?
I mean, you can obviously climb. It would take a check to climb up there. But I mean, you can also, seeing as you're on this thing, you could say that you guys took a loop around the building. A loop around the sort of forested area. And I can tell you now, as far as you can see, the only way in is this door here. I don't know if you can see. There's a little bit of an indent on the front way.
It's hard to see when you're so zoomed out.
It is. That's one thing about having such a big map.
Okay, so there's
big maps.
I just wondered if there was some windows or something at the back we could pop us.
Yeah. There's windows. Oh right, I thought you meant a door. Yeah, there are a couple of windows. There'd be like one around here and one around here, which you could sort of squeeze through. So if you wanted to, you could obviously hop into there.
Out the lookouts in the towers, and
then
move around to try and sneak in the back to avoid going through the main body of the camp. Or do we just? I don't know.
I have a feeling
we can deal with what's in there quite easily, but it's whether that's everything that's in there, which it probably isn't. So
yeah, and there's going to be probably people in the tents round at the front as well.
I'm happy to go through. I think we've got the ability to go through them.
I think we have got the ability.
Right.
Okay.
What before I think I should sort of ask, what range weapons does everyone have?
Nothing.
I have no particular range weapons. However, I can shoot things at quite some distance.
If we just went in there, you could easily get swarmed.
Brag about your piss. What do you mean, Matt?
Well, like if you go in there and then loads of people come out of the scaffolding building, loads of people come out of the tents, there could be a lot to deal with.
I've got
but if a lot,
but I just don't have pew range.
Yeah.
Yeah,
as long as you guys are happy to sort of.
We do have you and Daviak as well.
Yeah, we'll be
best archers in the military.
But yeah, okay, fair.
Okay, so Mazzy, could
I
you
will.
roll to hit for the goblin that's way up on this tower?
Hunters mark him first. Ovs.
Can't wait for you to balls this, the one shot that matters.
Oh my!
Oh, dude.
Oh, thank God we have that on record.
That's
That's two nat ones
In a row.
together.
I'd like to think
Oh.
you were alive at the shot, and I just said you'll never make that.
20
Yes, I will. I'll lose it.
Even my advantage was a 2. I rolled a nat 1, a nat 1,
I'm
and
not
a
gonna
2.
lie though, it is kind of nice seeing you roll less than 10.
Oh.
I don't want to be that guy, but it's kind of nice seeing you roll less than 10. I'm gonna roll for. Hey, your
Well,
brother hit. Your brother hit though.
What did he roll?
Hmm?
What did he
rolled a
actually roll?
He got a 19.
Yeah, so I gave all my powers to him, Lily. Does he have Hunter's Mark, by the way?
No.
Yeah. He can attack twice because he was doing that when he was attacking us, wasn't he?
He can attack twice, but he doesn't need to because he's already killed the thing.
Sorry,
as
bro.
So as far as you know, Daviak. So as far as Mittens and Navarro, you guys know that
Can I just
Daviak
say-
released a shot up at the goblin that was sort of standing upon the barrier. He was kind of looking around like just gone.
I'm just going to say, my nat 1, I'm pretty certain I missed my target. It flew all the way over the camp and landed right at the feet of you guys.
Is it such a bad shot that he doesn't even know that anyone fired at him?
Oh,
I think it's that bad.
I think it
was
would have
pretty
been
bad.
in about that ballpark, and he probably would have seen something. So he's on sort of like alert, but he hasn't seen you guys yet. And as far as he knows, that
that
kind
was
of
so bad. It was
that
good.
could have been. It could have been absolutely everything, but it did fly like that's a nat 1. That flew miles off. So that wasn't even in and around the tower. That was like all the way over here, like
There was a
frickin-
gust of wind.
yeah. So
Just
flies
saying.
sort of like flies that way. You can see the goblin. And now
In that
he's
case-
keeping an extra lookout. In which case,
Do I get another shot?
you can get another shot. Of
Oh,
course.
okay. I'm a bit scared now.
However, first, actually
Yeah.
no, because it's your action. So never mind. You can get another shot because you do get multiple.
I do have
you get two.
yeah.
You have 2 shots on one action.
Missed this one
Roll.
as well.
Roll to hit again.
I'm a bit nervous now. Oh, why was I ever nervous?
Yes, that hits.
Oh my god.
2 ones with that. Though. You've not killed him.
But the goblin isn't dead. You fire up an arrow.
That's worse than the
it
nat 1.
strikes the goblin in the shoulder. So like the goblin was like screaming. It sort of crawls to its feet, scrambling itself, jumps up, and you can just see as it slaps this bell, like ding ding ding, and it just shouts in Goblin. Which, if anyone could speak Goblin, which Daviat can, so you might relay some information. And just like over here, someone shot at me.
Pretty self-explanatory.
At which point, it's not their go yet, but we are actually no. It is the.
If I had a house mat, I would bet it on you hitting with your bow. And you failed.
So I guess with that, we'll drop into just standard initiative. Mittens, you're up first. You can hear from the other side. So as far as you guys know, you guys are still in stealth. No one's seen you.
Okay.
You can hear the bell coming from the other
Sorry,
side
Sam.
of the camp, but you can see the bell going from the other side of the camp, and you might be able to see a couple of the orcs preparing to move towards that way. You might even be able to hear the thing of just the thing of the goblin just like screaming like shouting out, but you can't hear anything. Nothing's coming your way.
Okay. Well, seeing Daviat take down the goblin on this side because he is a good archer, I am going to dash up and basically like up against the wall here and then just move around a little bit. I think I can get to here with my movement because I've got 35 feet, so dash gives me 70. Just one sort of like.
Is dash a bonus?
No, that's an action dash.
Sorry, is dash an action?
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm just gonna action dash over sort of with hearing the attention being focused on the other side. Just sort of be like stealthed into the cliff, just moving closer.
Okay. Now it is the go of the goblins, because I've split it up, so it's goblins and orcs. So the goblins within the troop. This goblin is going to look out here and roll an investigation to see if he can identify where you guys are. Obviously, you do have pass without a trace, so he would need a high thing. He didn't succeed, so he doesn't know where you guys have, where you shot from. Doesn't know where you are, but he knows an arrow came from the trees, and he was hit. This hobgoblin, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, dash, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, and this hobgoblin is going to move himself up next to his buddy there. That's all they can do now because they used dash as their thing. Geary, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna lean over to Mazzy and say, we're strong fighters. I think we can take this. We'll create a diversion for this.
Yeah, actually, this has actually kind of worked out well. Yeah, with a diversion, they've got a free run in.
Okay.
I'm probably going to try to finish off this guy on the tower first, but yes.
5, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35. I'm going to move like there and just get ready for it. Yeah, and so they can see me, and then just sort of draw my great sword.
Yeah. That's a movement without a dash, right?
No, that's dash.
Oh, that is dash. Right, okay.
I'm not going to go that dash, but that's it. That's where I'm moving.
Okay. Navarro. I keep saying Navarro.
Yeah, you struggle with that one.
Actually, hang on. Sorry, Ben.
I wrote it down wrong. Yes, hello.
So I could get there with normal movement. I could get there with normal movement.
Okay.
Can I use my? So we didn't really discuss it, but the mask I've got.
Yes, the mask you got. I think I did put it in your character sheet.
Yeah. So if they fail wisdom save, whoever can see me, does it give them like disadvantage on ranged attacks or something?
Yes. Well, to them you would become invisible for the turn.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that then.
Well, I think it's for 10s. I meant to write it down, but it's meant to be for 10 seconds. So I'll just write that down for 10 seconds. So that would be 2 rounds of combat in theory. Should just write down two rounds of combat, but yeah. So yeah, if you wanted to activate one of your things, you can obviously do that.
But so I'll go up so they can see me first, and then I'll activate it. So they know I'm there.
Right. Okay.
Sorry, can you just
the DC for that is.
So it's basically like Vigil's mask. That's what Ben offered to me. So it's sort of like, I guess you would feel like a sort of blinding light. So not so much invisible, but more like just difficult to look at. That's the way I was thinking of it, Ben.
Yeah. I mean, it can sort of be, whatever you fancy. You can sort of flavor it however you want, but they're gonna have to make a wisdom save. He failed. He did pass. So one of them, I was gonna say, the one closer to you, has no idea. He's just like, huh? What? Huh? And he's just like looking around. But the other can still sort of see the vague sort of shape of where you've gone. You've clearly activated something magical, and it's pissed him off. But he does know.
Goblin in the tower.
I didn't actually roll for the goblin in the tower. He failed. He rolled a 3. So the goblin in the tower has failed as well. So the goblin, again, he's like you can see him like preparing this tiny little bow, kind of looking around, like screaming out. That's easy to do. Is that everything, Sam?
Yeah, that's all.
Cool. that it would then be Navarro. Yes.
Can you? Okay, yeah, you're on it. Cool. So
Yeah.
I would like to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Movement
Can I-
for
Does it count as
turning,
one?
it counts as your movement. So if
Okay.
you couldn't like move, bonus action, change, and then use the movement of the change beast. You would have to change and then
Okay.
use the movement of the beast, just as
Well-
per.
In that case, then I'm going to use wild shape to turn into a giant wasp.
Because of course you are.
And we're talking a 2-meter.
I love the idea that JJ's been
Just a
someone
thick ass one.
and you've just transformed into this really loud buzzing wasp.
That gets 50 feet of movement, so I've done 30. So 10, 15, 20.
20. Okay. It is movement to sort of go up and down as well. So you are at the minute still on like ground height.
Yeah, just along the floor. Yeah.
But yeah, that's cool. Mazzy, you're up. Can you redeem yourself?
Well, the primal awareness thing we were talking about to check
Yes.
who. Yes, is that a bonus action or is that a
That would be your
no
full
main
action.
Full action. Okay, as I don't think we're going to need to know just yet what's inside that big blackness. I'm going to take my shot at the guy in the tower.
Go for it.
I'm going to hit this time. Did I hit?
Yes, it hits.
Good.
If you had a shield, it wouldn't. 4 piercing. Yeah. 4 piercing. Yeah. Arrow flies up into the thing, smacks the thing. Pardon me. Right between the eyes. It's completely gone. The orcs over here. Well, not
First
orcs,
try.
goblins over here would kind of look up like, fucking archers. as they sort of move up. After you, it is the orcs of the tribe, and they are going to move. They're not going to change their shape because that's annoying. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So they're now supporting their fellow men. They would see Giri, as far as you know. They would see you as they've sort of come in after you've activated it. Mittens.
Yes. I am just going to
Go, Mittens, go.
I can get all the way up to here with a dash, I think.
Yeah.
And I want to start basically checking the tents.
Checking the tents.
Yeah,
Okay.
just checking.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
I'll say
if I'm gonna-
Okay. Yeah. You can sort of check that one, and then on
I'm
any of
gonna
your next turns, if you move just up and around the tents as far as you
Yeah.
can.
I mean, in my next go, I am going to probably try to tell you where everybody is.
Yeah, but you're going to have no
So,
way of
this
communicating
should
that to
be-
me unless you just shout it at me.
There goes the
There's
spell.
guys in the first tent, second guy's not. Yeah, that's not gonna work.
I don't think you know the exact location, but you know the general direction of the thing. I think I have to read it. Fighting style, bow dominance, archetype hunter, favored terrain. Where the fuck is it? Primeval awareness. Spending a third level, you can do that. One sense for the following 1 mile of you. The feature doesn't reveal the creature's location or number. You just know they're there.
Oh, that's... Sorry, thought it was a good idea.
And it is any creature, so it's beasts, aberrations, monstrosities, devils, anything like that. You can just tell that something is near you.
Fine. Well, maybe not. Carry on. It's not my go.
It does last a minute. That is true. Actually, Mittens, as you run into the camp, you'd probably see over here, I'm going to reveal her now, you probably see over here, sort of just below this thing, there are some posts. And upon these posts, there are tied some, what look to you like wood elves. They're tied up, bound. There's 3 posts, 2 people either side. 2 of the wood elves either side have been cut, gut, and killed. They are, like, severely gone. However, there is a red-haired wood elf tied up by her hands. And noticing with all this commotion, she's clearly woken up. And she's now, like, struggling. And she probably sees you as you sort of dash past. And she does look quite hopefully and pretty, expectantly, assuming maybe this is a sort of rescue. She does begin to try and wriggle herself loose, make herself known. She has quite bright red hair and sort of like green, almost like green, like but prisoners' robes on, like just basic sort of prisoner's garb.
It's a good thing Oramis isn't here.
How dare you? That is slander.
And true.
I'd like to think that Mazzy just bitches told us about the 3 people he did it the most about.
These morons.
Yeah. I have to do everything for them.
It will be the goblin's turn.
Kill a freaking robot without one of them falling down a big hole.
It's the goblin's turn. This guy will. So he has a longbow, and he's going to take it out, but he has absolutely no idea where you are. So he's going to fire blind, which rolling with disadvantage misses completely. Rolled a 2, and I thought, yeah, you can't roll worse than that. This second guy can roll. He doesn't roll with any modifiers. 18 plus 3, that's 21. I'm assuming that hits.
That's it.
Yeah. Longbow. That's D8.
Does your helmet?
That is 7 damage.
Matt, don't talk about that.
I'm just saying, is it a concentration thing, or is it?
No, it's just like a one-off thing. It's just like a distraction.
You have 3 charges of it, so
yeah.
You've used up 1.
Fun.
That's the. Actually, he's going to fire his thing, then he's going to begin to move up towards you. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And this guy's probably going to move up too, actually. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. But they've obviously used their actions to fire a bow, so they can't do anything. That will be the goblins. Giri.
5, 10, 15, 20. Right, I'm going to go, yeah. And on my first go, great sword. That's a hit.
That hits. Roll me some damage.
Gonna reroll one of them dices. So that's now 13.
Oh yeah, he's gone.
Okie dokie.
Just running up, absolutely fucking cutting hose down.
Bam, bam, bam. And then I'm going to use the remainder of my movement to get my second attack on this guy.
Yep. That doesn't hit, 13 I'm afraid. Hit? 13 does not hit, I'm afraid.
So my... what is it?
Action surge?
No. So Great Weapon Master, because I've reduced a creature to 0 hit points. You can make 1 melee attack as a bonus action. So I reduce that other guy to 0 points. So I'm going to use my bonus action as a melee hit. Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, son.
Great sword. 15, does that hit?
Again, that doesn't hit.
Oh, high ACs. Naughty. That's me done then.
That's you done. Awesome. Navarro.
Done with my turn.
Or Nevado.
Not with this.
Now, I know the answer to this, but I'm going to check anyway. As a giant wasp, I can't spellcast, can I?
You cannot spellcast as a giant wasp.
That would be freaking awesome if I could.
Just a giant wasp and a lightning bolt comes out of freaking pizza, like.
Some real Pokemon stuff.
Thunderbolt.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Can I dash as a giant wasp?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I've moved
Dash.
50,
That would be
and I'd like to
your-
dash.
Okie dokie. Move another 50.
This is such a joke, but makes a mockery of our plan that you turned into a giant wasp.
You're very, very close. These orcs have now realised the giant wasp is just a brrrr of these huge wings behind them. That would be fucking terrifying, by the way. Can you imagine
I think
that?
they
Just
should
all
roll
of a
on. They should absolutely roll with disadvantage.
No. Anything else,
Quite hard to
Nevado?
hit something when you're like shivering with fear.
True, but they are orcs. They're not fear is, man. They're just angry all the time.
Well, they'll say that when the Lion Man comes.
No other action from me.
Cool. Mazzy, go.
Right. I had quite a few plans actually, but the fact that I managed to miss the first guy meant everything's sort of delayed, and now it's just not worth it. So I will do the primeval awareness just to assess what we might come up against.
Primeval awareness.
Yes, please.
You know that in an eastern direction to you, there are orcs and there are goblins.
Yes. Anything else?
No. No, I'm
I've
joking.
been
You also
useless
know.
today.
You also know that in a western direction, there are orcs and goblins.
Oh dear.
In a
Are we at the
southern
wrong camp?
direction, there are orcs and goblins.
Haven't you got like a
Oh, we're in
in a
the
northern
uh,
direction.
range on this or something?
There is a 1 mile range.
Oh,
I thought
God's
it was
sake.
in his favourite
That's-
terrain. He got 6 mile range.
6 miles if I'm
Oh.
my favourite terrain.
Oh, 6
6
miles
miles
because of
if
your
I'm
favourite
out-
terrain. Oh, that's even better. Because also north, there are orcs and goblins. You might
This is a
also
one-shot,
know
yeah?
that there are some beasts there and about, some small beasts like hare or rabbit or some
Oh.
such.
We're in with the wilderness, so yeah, fair enough.
Deal
You
with
know
that
what?
take with that information what you would like.
Mazzy, that was
Yo.
absolutely useless.
Oh, I've been useless today. Yeah. I used all my ability to kill the pathetic things at the beginning.
It's all right,
Now we're
Mazzy.
here.
No, I mean, it's not like it's your show.
Right, I'm going to start coming out to help with the fighting because clearly everything else has been crap. So I assume I can only move 30 because it's sort of an after.
Daviak hasn't
Action
taken a
thing.
turn since he shot the thing, by the way.
That is because
Still
I
admiring
didn't
its
write
work.
down what his I didn't write down what his AC thingamajig was.
Yeah,
That's
I
because
just
he
realised
got-
he sat in the woods still, like, this is alright.
Yeah.
He's a commander.
Okay.
Twiddling his
That's what he
thumbs.
Well,
does.
if we
Yeah.
sort of assume that he's dashed twice, so he's gone 5, 10. Let's just assume that he's sort of moved up to these boxes with a dash
Cool.
on both of his turns.
Yeah.
We can say that.
Having gone, oh shit, everyone else is pushing in, I might as well get in on that.
Oh fuck! Everyone's pushed. I'm
wait.
late to the party.
No one's joining sight, everyone's just rushing.
Our stealth thing.
I mean,
that we planned, it's
yeah.
gone out the window.
I mean, yeah.
Mazzy's spawn peak did
It's not the
work,
orc's
and,
turn.
Yeah.
now everyone's in this shit.
One spawn peak did, the other didn't, so now everyone's rushing sight. Okay, so these guys are going to come up behind you, Navarro. So they're going to go 5, 10, 5, 10, 15. To get that flank on.
Harry's a giant wasp.
Keeping in mind you're a giant wasp.
Absolutely.
They have a
Huge.
great.
It's hard to forget.
5. What's your AC as a giant wasp?
What is their role?
I sent you a picture of the
I
giant wasp.
know what the AC is.
Hmm?
I'm just
Okay.
being
Their
deliberately-
roll is 15.
Oh, okay, yeah, my AC is 12.
Oh, okay, cool. That's one of them, and I'm just going to roll the other one together. That also hits.
What happens if you die in wasp form?
I come back as a
Die in real life.
angry druid.
It's good for mobility, I guess.
Oh, wasted one of those wasp
Hold on, I
form.
rolled the wrong dice.
It was a waste.
I rolled the wrong dice. No, I rolled the right dice.
Thinking you were
That's a
going to
10.
be like
And
beeline for
3
that prisoner. Pun
plus 3, so that's 13 plus.
Yeah, I kind of
6.
forgot about her.
Could you take 19 damage for me, please, as a wasp?
I tell you what. How about 13 and 6 off of Nevado?
That also works. Yes. You still have another use of primal shape, as it were. They just happen to get the flank on,
Bastards.
as they are a little more aware of their battle tactics than before. They are taking their job a little more seriously than they did when they were mere war tribes. People of V. They have been to school, son. It's excellent. That's pretty much all the orcs can do on their turn. We're back to the start of the roster with Mr. Daviak, who rolled a 19. So here we go. He's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Over to the Wood Elf lady. Also, by the way,
Is
this
that
whole
Daviak
here...
being a good guy?
Also,
It's
I
all
forgot
about
to
the
mention
character arcs in this.
This
Yeah.
hole here is a sort of like well. It's like a stone sort of built well. Pretty poorly made. There's no actual water inside of it. You can maybe assume that, this has been here a while. It's a very, very old, sturdy well. Investigate it further if you want in a bit. And that's Daviak's turn, so we go to Mittens. Go, Mittens, go.
Well, I think I can get to about here with a dash. I'm sort of running like in an arc around here just to like check all the tents on my way up. And if I see
Okay.
something in it, I'll stop there rather than actually moving all the way.
Okay.
If there's
The tents, I can't even say that, are empty.
okay.
There's
That's
no
because
one.
they're all southeast and north of us.
I like to think Mazzy's just gone.
Anything
where are
else?
they? And then he's just got a glowing ring all the way around him. That's all my movement and my action to move.
It's like it's gone into Chernobyl with a Geiger counter. Everywhere.
That's good, I like that.
Mittens, anything else?
No bonus actions.
Excellent. Goblin's turn. They're going to roll to hit you, Geary. That is a miss. Nothing else. Geary,
Return the favour.
return the favor. Go on, my son. That hits. Roll me some freaking damage, boy.
Oh, that's a 15.
Oh, that is a hit. That is a
Doesn't get much
massive
better than
hit. That would have killed him in one.
Yeah, I was coming over to help you. You don't need my help.
I've not deliberately, of course, but I think I've killed everything in one hit, which is quite satisfying. I'm just imagining these sort of one cuts, batting people off. Get
as opposed
off me.
to killing everything in one hit as Glyndon, but not even rolling to hit, just I cast magic missile.
I like to imagine
I'm
you
out.
sort of
Peace, I'm out.
anime style, like cutting people and then moving on to the next opponent, and it's not until the battle is over that all these opponents just sort of slide into pieces.
Oh god, yeah. Jesus Christ.
I mean, the sword, or it's that thing where the sword doesn't even leave the scabbard, he just goes like, and it barely like moves an inch, and then it's just...
I'm moving there, but
Cool. Nevado, your turn.
Ooh. I would like to.
I haven't used my special ability yet, but go on.
I'd like to do one of two things. I can't decide
Okay.
which.
This is helpful.
Look, I've wanted to use this for a little while, so I'm gonna conjure 4 black bears with
Okay.
with conjure animals.
Conjure animals. Okay. So it's one beast charm rating of 2 or lower, 2 beasts of charm rating 1, 4 beasts of half. Okay.
So
Why does Druid seem like a class that Luke just asked for things and Ben went, yes, you can have it?
Okay, so
according to this
here's
list
one-
here,
here's
black
one bear.
bears are half, so I can have 4.
Oh my
Oh.
god. Okay, you are making that smaller. Right, okay.
Oh, we're a little army. Good
Oh
lord.
my god.
I will make each of
We
these.
might make our way through all the camps around it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like this is how you would have. This is how you would have done it. Yes.
Why are we not riding into battle on the back of 4 bears?
Well, JJ, that is a question you can ask.
That's
your
for the next
friend.
camp, JJ. Yeah?
Right, okay.
Because no one asked.
Didn't know
How
it
long
was
do they
repertoire,
stay
mate.
there for? Luke, how long? How long do they stay there for? They're not permanent.
Up to an hour or until they are defeated, or I stop casting the spell.
Until he is no longer concentrating.
Uh,
So don't
It's a
get
concentration spell.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
unless you've got good.
so they're not really. It's not really black bears.
I can just imagine us all on the back of these bears riding into battle, and then Luke just gets hit by a little bit of a stray arrow, and then we all just sort of flop to the floor.
Oh, that'd be so fun.
Oh my god, I absolutely love that.
Or it's like getting to, like,
Luke,
the
I'm
1
sending you
hour,
a link
the
to
58
where you will
mark,
find the
we're like,
information for a black bear
Gotta get there quickly before
you.
these
on
things run
Facebook
out.
Messenger.
Yeah.
It is
can-
taking its time to send. Oh,
Can
there we go.
I attack with these black bears on this turn?
Read the conjure animals thing and see.
It says that they have to roll initiative for the summoned creatures as a group and have their own turn. They obey my verbal commands that you issue to them.
Go kill some shit.
And does the verbal commands act as a... No, I'd say verbal commands are a free action. Just to
It
quickly
says that
say,
in the script
do
that
this, do
no
that.
action required by
So-
you to issue vote commands then.
Excellent. So you've summoned some bears with your action. As a free action, you can tell them to do shit.
You two attack this one. You two attack this one.
You can control them. I've set it so
Sick.
that you can move them around.
Is it their go?
They need to roll initiative. But I'm assuming because it's a verbal command on his go, he can tell them to do anything.
Yeah, but then they'll do it.
Wait, so
on their go.
so they essentially get 2 goes.
No, they would take their action on their turn after he, on his turn, told them what to
Ah, right, okay. So,
Because-
Luke, roll me just some initiative. Roll me an initiative roll.
do. Yeah, if you don't issue any
yeah, so- okay, so
commands to them,
19.
they defend themselves
Oh
from
my
hostile
God.
creatures, but otherwise take no actions. So you have to use it. You have to tell them what to do. Otherwise
Okay,
otherwise
so they
won't
would
do it.
go at the top of the table. So they go at the very, very first. They're first people to go. They're at the top of the table. So when we get back round to it, they will do your bidding, do your commands.
That's not at all intimidating for those goblins, is it?
Fuck
I've seen
the
this-
wasp, you
this-
get the
this
stingers
before as well.
in the form of bears.
Oh, you've been watching the wrong
Um,
thing if you've seen this.
Is disengage a bonus action?
Disengage? No. Disengage is a full action.
Stop it, Ben. Stop it. Why not play as a druid rogue? Come on.
I mean, you could.
Yeah, you could have. You could have multi-classed.
But the bears, Ben. The bears.
I mean, what level spell
The wasps.
I think it's
3.
okay.
There's no way that's below 3. That's quite overpowered.
That's pretty. It's pretty powerful.
So you can put in more feature challenge rating too. That's got to be quite good as well.
That's pretty. Challenge rating 2 is a pretty formidable thing.
That's a creature, not a monster.
Is that the end of your go? I was assuming it was the same thing.
I don't know.
No, so like challenge rating.
I think they're the same thing because obviously when you have attack rolls, you target one creature. So
yeah. I guess.
Anyway, next up on the thing is Mazzy.
I'm just gonna come over here and
Bears
say,
appeared.
what did I miss?
Oh my God, bears!
Is that everything?
Ah, shit! Whoa! Don't eat me! Don't eat me!
I'll
Is
just
that it, Mazzy?
nudge with my elbow and just say they're friendly.
Oh, thank God! Phew.
Now the orcs. The orcs are fucking terrifying. What do you do in this situation?
Surrender?
Surrender.
I mean, they're orcs. They're not going to surrender. But seeing as you've just summoned some bears, I think this one here is going to try and beat away the bear that's above him because he thinks
I'll die.
target the weaker thing first. What is the AC for a bear? It's 11. He hits. What happens if I hit them? Do they have reduced? I'm guessing they go by their health.
They take damage.
Okay, cool. So he needs to deal
19.
That's
That's not terrible.
Speed of 40.
4 plus 5. Can you take away
If you think
9?
about that, that's 76 cumulative HP. And 4
Take away
extra
9
attacks.
HP for that one.
No,
9 HP for the top one, and 13. Yeah, 9 HP can you take off from this one up here?
Matt, just deliberately
And
kill himself so he
13
can come
from
into
the
it.
one up here.
Yeah.
If you good tip, Luke. If you click them, there's 3 little boxes that come up on the top. You can put their health in there. Makes it easy to. You can just click any of the circles and
Sweet.
type in.
Okay, so one's minus 13. Minus
This one-
13 from 19 is 6.
Martin put numbers on them the other day as well. Ben, I don't know how you do that.
I have no
Doesn't
idea how you
seem
do
to
that
have stayed, Ben.
either. You have to press enter. Make sure you press enter, otherwise it doesn't stay in.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Excellent. That is the orcs' turn. The bears will now follow your commands, Luke. Roll me to hit with some bears. So that's just roll a d20 and
Roll
add
for
3
bears.
to whatever the roll is. Roll for bears.
Oh, that's not good.
5 plus 3, that doesn't hit. Nope. 17 plus 3, that's an unnatural 20. Yeah, that does hit. Which one are you hitting? The top one or the bottom one?
This one is hitting that one.
That one's hitting that one. Okay, now roll me 1d6. Oh, they have multi-attack. What the fuck?
What?
They make 2 attacks, one with its
Yeah,
bite,
they
one with
do.
its claws.
Oh my
So...
God.
Oh, this is going to be
So-
fun.
Druid,
Okay, so roll 1d6, add 2.
Yeah, Luke, can you, in all fights, you sort of
1d6 plus 2, that's 4.
That's 4, so that's 4 damage on
And then
him.
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2, yeah.
8.
2d4 plus 2, that's 8. Yeah, he died.
Yeah.
I can't wait for next week's session when Nevado knocks off Oramis and
Nevado just comes in knocking like, "Hi, I was told by a guy in a pirate code that I was to take over. He's going drinking or something. I'm not quite sure."
To be fair, Oramis's character arc is complete.
He's got his boat, yeah.
Still a terrible person.
Is it complete though? Is it complete though?
Never complete.
Never complete. Yeah, that second one hits. Roll me, and the first one hits as well. So roll me some damage, 1d6 and 2d4. Fucking hell, man! This is very confusing. That's 6 plus 2 is 8. Yeah, he's fucking dead. He's fucking dead. I hate droids.
Mazzy, we're just watching this. This is awful. This is watching them tear these things apart.
These bears have just torn these orcs apart. Yeah, you kind of see just the bears just come up, bite each orc's legs, drag them to the ground, and just start mauling away at them, like from the film, like The Revenant, just start mauling away at these orcs, and they're like, just getting absolutely slammed upon, and they die. And the bears just kind of like look back up at you, just like,
What now?
I'm just gonna
thinking about this.
Just gonna look over to Mazzy and Giri. Just sort of go shrug the shoulders.
Lovely. Right.
The place goes quiet for a moment. The woman here begins to like kind of like, "Hi, can
I
can one of you help?" Mazzy, you recognise this woman, and she recognises you.
I do.
This is Sariel, leader of the Heavenly Village tribe.
Hey.
Use my claws to like get her out.
Yeah, scratch out of things. She falls to the floor, like her arms are clearly really, really weak. She's quite tired. For reference, she is on like the equivalent of 1 HP, in that she is on 1 HP.
Did any of us actually lose health in this battle?
Nope.
Yeah, I took an
Yes,
arrow.
I did. Yeah, I did.
Oh,
I got some from the wasp, but yeah.
I
was about to
heal,
be.
so it's fine.
I was about to be really annoyed because I was like, "Why does she only recognise Mazzy? What the hell? We were there too." And then I realised we weren't there.
Same thing in my head. Look, I was like, "Hang on! Oh no, wait, yes, that thing."
Yeah, so she'll sort of first thing she'll do as a sort of like a she'll drop down, say thank you, and she runs through these tents, just like trying to have a look for something, and eventually she finds this like pack, and she pulls out this pack and begins putting on this sort of like almost like wooden bark and leather armor, the armor that she had before when she was commander of the tribe, and she pulls out this huge great axe as well, these like deer antlers on the head of this pretty much like a branch of a tree, with this massive, like extremely sharp, shining axe blade that comes off the end of it. Once she's got her gear on, she'll sort of come over and say thank you, and she'll run up to
Does she need
Mazzy.
healing?
She does need healing. She's on, like I said, the equivalent of like 1 HP.
Anyone want to do the honours? What have I got?
So you can.
She's coming to you, Mazzy.
Really.
You could
Yeah, go on, Mazzy. Go on.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice guy. I do only have cure wounds, so I think it's only 1d8. Only 1d8.
You can cast it at second level if you wish, but
leave it to Luke.
I'll do it.
Yeah, you got fair.
yeah, okay. So yeah, she's there. She's all right. She begins tending to wounds, but she does walk over to you like, Mazzy, why are you all here? Are you here for me?
I'm afraid not. I mean, you can join us. You can join us, but that is not our aim.
Oh, well, I understand. You must be here for the other one, that dwarf they brought in.
Well, I mean, to be honest, we don't really know who the lead commander, whoever his name was. We don't know who he is.
General...
Are you the commander that we're looking for?
Harkston.
Harkston.
Yeah. No. They did have a name, so no. Do you know where this man might be?
Yes.
Or woman?
They called him the Devastator. They took him inside. In there, he hasn't been out for weeks.
Right, let's break down that door with the bears.
Did she say dwarf?
She did say dwarf.
Is Harkstone a dwarf?
Harkstone is a dwarf, yes.
Oh, we know that. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Don't worry, this isn't some massive thing where it turns out Doc was the general of the frickin' army.
I was curious.
Oh, no,
I don't know.
I thought Ben was about to play a massive twist on me, where he's like, "Oh yeah, well, all that stuff you wanted Doc to be doing, that hasn't happened. He's actually just a prisoner." I was about to be livid.
I was tempted to make you a prisoner, but then I thought, nah, that would be a bit. Because then you'd have to play 2 characters, and it would just get long and troublesome. So yes, you can enter the.
Should we get the bears to enter first? Just as a thought.
Or just send the bears to storm in.
Just swarm it, so then the bears can tell us what's happening.
How do I? Can I control them?
Can you walk into the bears?
Yeah. If you shift click them, you can control them all. Or like just drag
your little bear army.
Look, I'm looking at that picture you sent of all the different challenge ratings and stuff.
Yeah.
Diseased giant rat.
It's blurry for me, I can't read it.
Flying snake. Yeah, I had to open it on my laptop. Also,
flying snake is like 1 HP.
Giant crab. Yeah, these are the 1/8
Giant goat.
challenge ratings. Axe beak.
Oh, please, you got to ride into that on a rhino.
An axe beak is a bird that flies and it has an axe beak and it deals the same damage as like an axe.
Allosaurus? What? You summon a fucking dinosaur and you chose a bear?
I chose 4 bears.
You can summon an Allosaurus. And
I can
a
say
toothed tiger. And a giant...
Yes.
Sorry, I'm just learning out
Anyway.
over the OP-ness of the fucking druid. It's incredible. I love it.
Anyway, yes, you can. So you open. So you walk up to this thing. The doors are open, and you walk inside. Inside is a pretty plain room to start off with. It's clear this is sort of like an entrance. Room. There is a door to your right, and there's a door up. So there's a door to your right, and there's a door up here.
We might get a bit.
Well.
It might get a bit tight in here with all these bears.
Yeah, it might get a little crowded with the freaking.
I wasn't expecting tiny rooms.
So yes, you walk in. Which way would people like to? Which way would you like to go? Sort of first.
Well, we'll check.
I'm going to go this way. I think.
Gonna head forward. Gonna head right. Okay, so we'll head right first.
With my loot and just have a bit of a chat to Sariel because she seems to know Mazzy, so I'm gonna get to know her.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
We'll start with Giri.
I mean, clearly the lion is afraid of the bears.
You walk into this room, Giri, and it seems to be some kind of shrine. It's sort of this room of there's like blades and shields and all sorts, but they're set up in this strange sort of design and almost like a pattern around the room that resembles an almost humanoid face. It's like obviously it's quite hard to make a face out of shields and swords and axes and stuff. And there's like these green sort of tattered cloths hanging around. The room is very dimly lit by these little green candles. It looks very, very sort of almost ceremonial. A very strange room. This must be a shrine to this Grumsh. And there's like a lot of books about Grumsh written in. I mean, would you know Dwarvish?
I don't know Dwarvish now.
Well, they're written in what you maybe recognize as Dwarvish, but you can't read it. As Orcs share, Orcish is the same sort of script as Dwarvish. But yeah, it seems like this shrine to whatever this Grumsh god is. The rest of you walk ahead into this room. Here, hold on, they're very awkwardly sized rooms. To your right you see a hatch. It's a very, very evident hatch on the floor. Ahead of you, you see a hobgoblin, looking like a lot of the rest, except he doesn't have a load of armor on. Instead, he wears this sort of cloak and he has a staff in his hand with a small blade at the top. He turns around as you all enter, and his eyes widen when he sees the bears, but then he smiles. You all must be here for the dwarf. More experiments, more testing. Oh, if only you knew the trouble you are all in.
I'm just going to ask, where is the dwarf?
His eyes sort of like gaze over to the hatch here, and as a new voice begins to speak, you can just sort of hear like help, help, like bashing on the hatch, like, help, please help, and you can like see the hatch sort of moving. There is a lock on the hatch, unfortunately preventing him from breaking through, but he is trying to escape. And he just sort of stands there, almost menacingly, clutching his staff quite tightly. And then suddenly I'm gonna shut that fucking dog up. Oh my god. That sounds very menacing. But then he sort of looks, seeing most of you now in this room, looks around. We have been watching you all. You thought yourself so clever. Is there anything anyone would like to say to this guy before he moves
any
on?
sort of retorts anyone has?
Any retorts? Otherwise, this guy's talking. Otherwise, this guy's talking to himself.
Nice lady. We might need a hand. Seeing as Daviak seems to have once again standing in a field, admiring the view.
Yeah, it's hard controlling lots of people.
It is hard controlling lots of people.
Everyone's here.
It's still difficult.
Any chance I can cast Charm Person on this guy?
Yes,
No.
but before you can... okay. Well...
Then I'll just step forward and then just draw my sword and say, enough talking.
As you draw your sword, from behind his back, as a held action, he pulls this small horn. It's just like any other horn, except there is a small hole at the top. He places it to his mouth, and very, very quickly just blasts it like a
On the rock throw.
and then smiles at you all. And as you hold there for a moment, from outside, you might be able to hear just something, just a faint something. And then just suddenly as this loud war cry echoes through the forests of the north.
Oh, the goblin has it.
Hey, Mazzy, it turns out you did find something. He's frozen for me.
Yeah, his head's very not the most flattering.
Okay.
He's pretending he's not listening. That's why he's not actually frozen.
There's no goblins if I pretend they don't exist. Luke, that's a bit much.
Matt's gone. Matt's back.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. Turns out
I didn't hear what you said.
I've got mighty senses for goblins.
Your goblin sense, turns out, was actually useful after all. As if you look to the left, right, and bottom, you might see a few more bad guys
Lord.
that have emerged from the forest coming your way.
Shall we send the bears on them?
I think we're going to need more than bears, mate.
Where they at? That's only two.
The
That's more than
and
two.
a few over
There's
there.
a lot more on them.
A few of them you can see have like these massive war drums, and they're just doing this like
on either side as well. Christ.
And down below.
I'd make about 17 enemies there.
It's cool. Trust me. Bring them on to me, and I'll zap them. I'll zap them.
Oh, you've got lightning bolt already.
I've got lightning bolt, and I've also got thunder wave.
Oh, nice. Nice combo.
And with that, we'll go back into initiative.
Are we going
to maul this guy?
to get rid of this guy who's in the room with us? Are we going to destroy him first?
What the bears are for?
Okay,
However, he does have an attack prepared.
I don't think he does.
I think he does. As his initiative was higher than all of yours.
Oh, yuck.
That's fun.
He's going to move. Not that. Wrong layer. 5, 10, 15, 20. Can everybody make me... everyone except the lion, make me a strength saving throw. As you, from his staff, you see this electrical energy begin to surge around the staff and around the thing, and he slams, and he slams his staff straight into the ground. This electric pulse blasts out from the sides. Hello.
Remember tomorrow the bloke's coming about the down.
Yeah, I need to be up at 8. Yeah, so I'll roll with Sariel and Daviak as well. Sariel passed, Daviak failed. Mazzy passed, Giri failed. Mazzy passed, Giri failed, Nevado failed. He is casting this at 3rd level.
What about all the bears?
Oh, all the bears. Can you just roll me like 1 for the bears? It's only the 2 at the front that would be thinged by it. So just roll a d20, add their strength. So d20, add 2. Bears failed. Could people who passed, hold on, that's 10, 12, that is 18. Could Mazzy, you take 9 damage. Giri, Nevado, and the bears take 18.
Oh, damn.
And
do you want to kill us?
And also, I'm going to move. Actually, Mazzy, you don't have to move. But Giri, 5, 10. Nevado, you stay into the wall. Nevado, can you also roll me a Constitution saving throw, please?
For why?
Because you've been hit by an attack and have concentration.
What the shit? Fuck.
I think the bears would have gone damage. Anyway, weren't they? 2 of them were.
2 of them, yeah. Are they all gone yet? Oh, they're all gone. Cool.
They are gone.
Okay.
Nice party trick.
You have met the Hobgoblin Devastator. He doesn't like any of you, and casts Thunderwave.
He's cast Thunderwave. Oh, he's a dickhead.
I know, right? And now we will go, or we would have gone with the bears, but they're not here anymore. Daviak is going to take his turn, and he's going to move real quick. 5, 10, 15, 20. Attack with his longsword. Once hits, twice hits. That's 2d. 8 plus 8, that's 16 damage. As he sort of maneuvers his way around this guy and cuts through the sort of robes that he has straight into his back. Like back and sides with 2 clean swipes of his blade, the blood sort of splattering over the wooden floor. We move right on to Mittens. You've heard all this. You can hear the war drums and the cries of the orcs outside. What would you like to do?
Oh, that thunder wave would have been so loud.
Yeah.
That would have been loud as fuck, boy. What would you like to do, Mittens?
Oh, sorry, is it my turn?
Yes, it is.
Alright, well, I'm going to move into the room so that I can see him. And
Yes.
I'm going to cast Hold Person.
Hold person. What does he have to make for hold
He has to
person?
make a Wisdom saving throw. DC 14.
A wisdoms? He fails.
He is paralyzed.
He cannot move. Interesting.
He cannot move. He automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws. Attack rolls against him have advantage. Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet.
Excellent.
Point.
Good
So-
thing
So he's dealt with.
he had a
Cast
thunderbolt prepared.
Hold Person and say wail on the mofo.
Ward's going to start whacking.
I mean,
Yeah.
everyone's got advantage, and if you melee hit him, it's a crit automatically because he's paralyzed.
Do we get like double advantage if we get if we're standing either side of him?
No such thing as double.
No.
Oh, that would be so
No such
okay. I know.
So, hold person, very nice. This, what is an 8th level spellcaster, is currently held. It is currently now the goblins' turn. Goblins from outside. You wouldn't know where they've gone. So I'm not going to tell you where they've gone.
Have they gone home?
What's their speed?
Fog of War.
What's their speed?
Their speed
Hmm.
is 30.
Okay, just making sure they're not moving more than their speed. Just saying.
Just going to say, United just won 9-0.
Oh my god.
Who were they playing?
Southampton.
Southampton do have someone set up in the second minute.
Is that a league game?
Yeah, and they went down to 9. Yeah, they went down to 9 in the last 5 minutes as well.
9? They had 3
9.
people sent off.
2.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's maths.
Yeah.
That's mad.
But yeah, first guy was sent off, as Sam said, in the second minute, and the other guy was sent off in the 86th.
That's
It was-
the second
it was
time
only-
in 2 seasons they've been beaten 9-0.
Yeah. It was only 1-0 at half time.
Yeah, It was 6-0. It was 6-0 with 2 minutes to go.
Martial, McTominay,
Oh, dear.
Fernandez, James. Fernandez got 2 assists and a goal. That's not bad. I think he's still the captain as well. That'd be nice. Anyway, back to the
Martial,
football
then?
stuff.
Yeah,
Yuri.
sorry.
You're up.
I'm going to go well on this guy.
Go for it. Well on it.
So these are crits, yeah?
If you have advantage from him being paralysed, and if you hit, it's automatically a crit.
Okay.
So you still
So-
can't hit him.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
So, roll greatsword. So it's 2d6. So do you want me to roll another 2d6?
You rolled a 2
Yeah, so I'm going to reroll.
Yeah, reroll that, and then I believe it's 1 extra damage die. So yeah, that would be another
Okay, so
2d6.
keep track of this, Ben. That's
you reroll all your
30.
damage dice again.
Yeah. So
So
you
Sam
roll
rolled
another 2d6.
so he rolls 2 more d6 for the crit.
That's what I said.
You said 1 extra damage die, which confused me.
Yeah, but obviously the damage is 2d6. So yeah.
so
Sorry.
Ben.
Um,
So that
yes.
the first hit is I rolled a 2, so I rolled it again with a 6. So that's 9. That's 13. And then the crit, I
13.
rolled another 2, so I rolled again, so I got 5. So that's 9. 13 plus 9 is 22.
22. What's his health?
That's my first hit this turn.
Okay. I thought he was going to be like really chanky. I was like, hold person, we'll all just fuck him up.
He
I mean-
was JJ, but then you rolled a 2 on your fucking hold person. So what do I do there?
I know, I thought he was going to have
What
loads of
do-
HP.
Oh no! Like I said, he was this hobgoblin with robes on. He was an 8th level wizard.
So is he dead?
Yeah. How do you kill the Hobgoblin Devastator?
Oh wow.
Well, I don't want to describe it because he's paralyzed. So it's a bit of a deep kill, really.
He's sort of there. He was getting his staff ready to he's like. Just sort of there, and you come up and absolutely slash him to bits.
Okay, and then I'll just sheathe my sword and just go, job done, and then head outside.
Next up, Bravado.
Can I leave other people in here and head outside?
I think we're all heading outside right now.
Or do we
Right?
want to? Does someone want to, rescue the dwarf
Well,
before?
I'm going to
Okay.
head off to try and get up to the top of the.
It's not your
towers.
turn. Not your turn. Get back inside.
Are we still technically initiative right now?
Yeah,
Yes, we
We've
are.
got
in
an
initiative.
army of goblins to kill.
Yeah, but they're nowhere near us right now.
that's what you think.
I'm
Oh,
going
yeah, they're nowhere
outside
near you right now.
because I have a thing. Okay, got a thing to do.
He has a thing. I got a thing
I
to
have
do.
a thing. He wants to wave around.
Yeah, so so
Well,
5,
I
10,
reckon
15,
we'll
20,
just
25, 30. You can place yourself by the front door outside. That's your movement. Is there anything else you would like to do on your turn?
Yes, I would like to cast Spike Growth
Yes.
somewhere.
Okay.
Where?
Hang on, I'm just looking. What's the range on Spike Growth? 150 feet. Can I cast it? Where do we think? Do we want it close to us or in like an
Well,
entrance there?
to be honest, you can cast one on one entrance, and I cast one on the other entrance.
I'll stick it on this entrance here.
Which entrance were the top one?
This one here.
Okay. It's for la 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 la.
It's 8 squares across a circle.
Draw shape 8 squares across. What is it to draw a circle? So it's
Hold Alt. On the
hold Alt, and then it's 5, 8. Eight. Like here?
Yeah, there. Yeah.
Perfect.
And as a bonus action, can I use Healing Word on who's got low health? Me? Okay. Can I use Healing Word on myself?
Yes, you can use healing word on
No,
yourself.
you can't.
Roll for healing word.
He cannot use healing word.
Oh, no,
having cast the spell.
Oh yes, of course.
It's a bonus action.
You can
Yeah, but you
use
can only cast one
slot per
spell.
Oh,
So you can cast
fine.
a bonus action spell and a cantrip, but you can't
Bloody-
cast a spell and a bonus action spell.
Bloody cantrips and bonus spells and
Bloody
JJ
rules.
fixing the rules.
Bloody rules.
Bloody
I
rules.
know.
End my
Rules.
turn then.
End your turn. Sariel.
Activated my
She
trap
will.
card.
She will hear the noises from outside. Go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Anyone want to get the dwarf?
That's on Dabiak and Mazzy.
The fuck was that?
What's it?
Mazzy, you're up.
Well, I'm gonna go outside as well.
What?
What? I have things to do as well.
We've
Because
all got
these,
things to do. I've got living to do, but it ain't looking bloody likely.
and I'm gonna cast Spike Growth on this side.
Alrighty.
Oh,
So somewhere.
A little bit further out, so there's no way of them getting around the cliff. Yeah, that'll do.
you don't do it now, but when you get a chance, have a look at the Leno red card in the Arsenal game. It is hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Is that all, Mazzy?
Can I then bonus action? How far can I go in a bonus action? Is it still 30?
You can't go anywhere on a bonus action because you don't have dash as a bonus action.
Oh yeah, of course. Okay, well, that's probably as far as I can go. I will be making my way up to the tower.
Cool. Orcs and wolves. So orcs can move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20. Now, here's where things get interesting. So they would move up about next to each other. And they'd move 5 feet.
Scary.
I'm actually going to delete these 2 dead guys and this dead guy to make things much, much easier. Now that you've actually cast Spike Growth on there, oh my god, they're going to get hurt. As they sort of move into the area, they'll obviously take the damage. So I'll just roll 2d4, 4, 1. They each take 5 damage. 5. And as they sort of, as they do, obviously it begins to like cut away at their ankles and feet. They look down and they can now like begin to see these sort of like almost like ethereal spikes and vines and stuff wrapping around their feet, slicing up their ankles. So they just shout, "Fuck! Go around! Get up the cliffs!" And they're going to move out, which is going to be shit. Which is going to be another 5. So that's another bit of damage. And 5, 10, 15. 5, 10, 15. In terms of orcs, then these guys at the bottom are going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 50. That's all they can do for now. These guys up here. They can
Don't know about spike growth.
And that'll be the orcs' turns. Daviak's turn. He is... Where the fuck is he? He's there.
Do the job we came here to do.
Oh yeah. Noticing all of you have just abandoned this guy, he's going to run up to the lock.
Well, I mean, not all of us.
Bash the lock in. Bash the lock. He's like, I have to do everything my fucking self.
Mittens is still there.
Yeah.
Lifts up the hatch.
Gary.
Out of the hatch. Out of the hatch, you see this kindly dwarf. A dwarf, which is clearly, his face is clear that he's like seen battle. He has like scars and stuff all over his body. He's just wearing like these prisoner's rags. He's like cuts and stuff everywhere. This built dwarf though, he's like fucking built up guy. And he like thanks Daviak and thanks everyone that's in the room. Daviak, good to see you again. And stuff, and they exchange pleasantries before explaining their job and explaining what's happened, and that they're there to get them out. We will then move to Mittens.
Alright.
Mitaines.
Alright, seeing that this guy has finally been released and I don't need to go over and save him, how's he looking? Is he looking healthy or is he looking like weak?
He's looking fairly healthy. But quite tired. Obviously, he's been here for a couple of weeks now. He's not necessarily lost hit points, but he might not be able to help you guys out in the fight.
Okay, no, that's fine. I just wanted to...
It's maybe he has like a broken leg or something.
Okay. Alright, well, I'm going to go 5,
yeah.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Get myself out here, and I'm going to cast Warding Wind on myself.
Warding Wind. Ooh. Yes. Fancy. Indeed. What does that do?
A strong wind, 20 miles per hour, blows around you in a 10-foot radius and moves with you, remaining centered on you. The wind lasts for the spell's duration. The wind has the following effect. It deafens you and other creatures in its area, extinguishes unprotected flame inside the torch of fire, hits out vapor, gas, or fog that can be dispelled by strong wind. The area is difficult terrain for creatures other than you, and attack rolls with ranged weapons have disadvantage if the attacks pass through the wind.
Excellent. So how far is that around you?
10 feet.
10 feet.
Yes.
10 feet around you. I'll try and keep in mind that attacks 10 feet around you have disadvantage. Is that everything, Mittens?
Yes. Yeah, so it means if someone's like standing behind me and someone like shoots past me, even though it's not shooting at me, it would still have disadvantage if it passed through the area, so...
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Chaps.
The goblins.
By the way, so remind me
Okay.
if I need to make contacts and I forget.
The goblins. This one, noticing guys told him to get out of the spikes. He now tries to move here, and he will move there, but obviously takes a load of damage. He's still up. He only took 3. This guy over here, 5, 10, 15. That's 4, 8, 30. Yeah, he died. And 5, 10. So that's 2. So that's 1, 3, 2. 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 2 is 7, plus 1 is 8. He has taken 8 damage from the spike growth over here, and they're all going to have to move around. Goblins, the other goblins that you can that were around the other side, you don't know where they've gone. They moved up somewhere, but have since disappeared. Going to move them in apprehension. Geary. Geary.
I can dash and do a bonus action, can't I?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to use my bonus action, Second Wind, which gives me healing.
Excellent.
Because I took a big hit. It gives me 1d10 plus my fighter level, so 6 plus 10.
Nice.
So I get 16 HP back, which is not too bad.
It's like you weren't even attacked by a thunder wave.
I mean, that's a very lucky roll then.
What are the chances?
What are the chances?
I'm going to get to here. I've still got 15 feet of movement left in my dash, but what do I see when I round that corner?
So when you come around this corner, you wouldn't see anything just at the bottom, but you can hear the sound of... you can hear the sound of people around this way. You might be able to, you can hear the sound of wolves like panting, and these orcs sort of like trudging through the mud as they are going to come up, as they are probably going to come up that way. You might also hear about this guy. Also, be able to hear this guy as well.
Okay, I'll just hold there then.
Okie dokie. Nevado.
If I do another spell, do I have to stop casting?
Only
If it's a concentration spell.
Ah, shit.
So it's got a little C.
Okay. Yeah.
Also, quick question. Ben, can you cast spells while deafened?
Yes, you can cast spells while deafened, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
You can't suffer the effects of spells that you have to hear. Like you would be immune to vicious mockery in there because you have to hear the insult there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I queue? So I'm going to move, but can I then queue an action to cast Conjure Animals if, say, any of these creatures come up?
If you dash, you can't, because that would be your action. So holding an action is like delaying your action.
Yeah, I'm not dashing, but I'm going to move.
Okay. Yeah. Then sure. Yeah.
You can't hold a concentration spell because the definition of holding your action on a spell is you cast the spell and then you release it on the trigger. So if it's a concentration spell, you have technically cast the concentration spell, so spike growth would already go.
Well, alright. Well, I'm gonna do Conjure Animal anyway. At level 3, I'm gonna do 4 bears again because
Hey, I love the bears.
Alrighty.
So
Bring these boys into play.
I mean,
So
as a point of order, if Mittens knew that Navarro could do this, he would have been constantly asking him to conjure different animals. Just the entire time. It's like, do a bear now. Because he also knows the bear's going to be friendly, so he's just going to have like fun time, like stroking.
I could cast a lion. I mean,
Don't give him the female one.
Fucking hell. Matt's got 0 to 100 real quick. Also, there
Your
is
bear
a distinct
your
difference
bear
between
army
lion
is
man
ready.
and real lion.
so
Your army is ready.
I am loving
your
Navarro's bear
command.
Army. Just saying.
I too am loving Navarro's bear army. It's fantastic.
It makes me feel very safe.
Can the bears end up fighting the wolves? Can we just sort of get that happening?
Animal
I
fight.
could pit fighting.
No, I'm pretty
I wanted
sure
to-
We'll all just
that.
stop fighting each other. We'll all just watch the
No,
animals
we're
fight.
definitely not allowed to do that, and we're definitely not allowed to bet on it either.
Anything else, Navarro?
uh,
I think that's all you
No.
can do.
that's all I can do. Yeah.
Excellent. Sorry. Where'd she go? She had a turn. She's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15. Use her climbing speed to get up here. Pulls out her bow. She'll be shooting shit from the tower. Giri. No, not Giri. Mazzy. Rather.
Alright. I will be 5, 10, 15, 20. I think I'm climbing the ladder, or can I get all the way up it?
How far have you moved in your turn?
20 to get there.
20. So I actually looked this up. Your climbing speed is half of your speed. So you can, with a dash, get up to the top.
Ta-da.
Excellent.
But then that means I don't have a...
That does mean you
that's not
don't,
my
have,
action,
you don't
is
have an action.
it? Yeah, okay.
It does mean you don't have an action, however, this turn, hopefully.
Yeah, good position though.
In a very, very good position. Now, I didn't actually think about how the wolves would get up, but I guess they'll figure it out for themselves. So, Orc's turn.
Is that the start of
this
a new
guy.
turn?
That is the start of a new
Oh,
round.
I should roll.
No, that's it's
I need to roll-
the final thing is the orcs.
Ben, do I need to roll initiative again for the bears, or are we going with the?
We'll go with the 19. We'll go with the 19.
Oh,
Go
of
with the
course we
original
will.
one. And I will just real quick do the orcs turn. So these guys climbing speed of 30. It's a 20-foot tall thing, but they get the aggressive bonus, so they can go up there.
Oh dear.
They just can climb that. These guys at 5, 10 can get up here. This wolf will go in here. It's gonna have to go there, there, and there, which means it'll take damage. 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 4. Wolfie dead.
Just checking, Ben. Did you mean
Yeah.
to leave a goblin in the woods on the right?
I did, because it's glitched out and I can't move it.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. And other than these wolves going 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 over this way, that will be the end of the round. I'm aware it's 10:30, so people wanted to call it there and come back to it at another time. For next week, we can finish.
Yeah.
We can finish this off either next week or whatever point in the week people are free. Big fight coming up. Well, big-ish. I think you guys got this. Oh, I forgot to do the ones at the bottom. These guys will also make it up here because
Oh
they
shit! I didn't realise that people did that.
can with aggressive bonus actions. You're not outnumbered.
Do bears get flanking? So if the bear went up behind the bloke
Yeah.
in front of me, could we use him? Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
I like these bears.
Yeah. So if we
Good.
if we want to, we can call that there. thank you very much for coming. Should be a little bit more interesting next week when we have a bit of a larger fight on our hands.
Well, given how much you had to take care of, you did well.
Yeah, a lot of stuff in play, but I felt like it would be cool to do a bit of a siege-esque hostage capture thing. Given the previous
for our new characters.
Pardon?
Baptism of fire for our new characters.
A little bit, yeah. Just a tad. But I mean, I knew I'm assuming you guys all knew it'd probably be heavily combat focused, considering it is about a war.
Yeah.
So, and also I think a lot of the time it's nice to just be able to use a different character in combat, break from your original characters, and we can
healing everyone after Glendon gets hit and is down to half his HP on one hit.
Oh, that's just a recycled joke, isn't it?
I haven't even.
Hit me up when you're doing some proper spells, Doc.
Alright, no more kill wounds for Glendon.
I haven't even cast my most powerful spell yet.
Which
This
is
isn't even my final form.
Lightning bolt.
oh, of course,
It's
yeah.
basic-
It's like
yeah.
more controlled
Basically,
fireball.
the damage of fireball, but in a 5 feet thing for 100 feet. Also, by the way, burns anything that goes past it. So, or it goes through. So, if there's anything flammable, so be warned, you might set the forest on fire. But fuck it.
I don't care. This is Orc Forest.
Well, if we're about to be in a siege and their army is in the forest,
It's a bonus.
well,
That's fair.
You make any creatures that can sort of lift heavy objects, Luke, and sort of fly them away?
How about a giant spider?
Can the giant spider fly?
No, but I can make a giant vulture, a giant eagle.
Giant eagle?
The eagles are coming.
I could make a giant elk, and we could all ride on that.
we're riding on bears, it's alright.
Who needs them when you have bears?
I can make 8 giant owls.
That's 2 each.
Yeah.
Why would you need any of those giant owls? Oh my god.
Oh, you
Why
can
not?
actually summon giant wasps as well as bee one.
Yeah.
Are we gonna,
Oh my god,
do this
imagine
next
that.
Tuesday?
I'm happy to do this next Tuesday. If there's a day before that everyone can do, I'm also happy to do that. But I think obviously days
Okay.
are limited by
Well,
a lot of things because we have JJ's thing on Thursday.
yeah, we've got
and stuff,
Saturday
but we
on
will-
Thursday. Okay, well, we'll sort out the day during the week, most likely next Tuesday.
Yeah, well-
if not slightly before.
Yeah. Obviously, shouldn't be too long. I can't imagine. Just depends how quickly we can roll through some combat.
Yeah.
Good luck. Enemies be coming along.
Good luck. Have fun. Don't die.